Miramax Films is proud to present one of the most celebrated motion pictures of the year. The winner of the 1994 Palme d'Or, the best picture of the Cannes Film Festival.
Come on, let's get in character.
Why are you so interested in Big Man's wife?
Well, he's going out of town, Florida, and he asked me if I take care of her while he's gone.
Take care?
No, man. Just show her a good time, make sure she don't get lonely.
Girl.
You see, this is a moral test of oneself.
I do believe Marcellus, my husband, your boss, told you to take me out and do whatever I wanted.
Whether or not you can maintain loyalty.
Night of the fight, you may feel a slight sting. Pride only hurts, it never helps. In the fifth, your ass goes down.
I have to say, you play with matches, you get burned.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
We're in a lot of danger, aren't we?
I'm prepared to scour the earth for that mission.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Get down, get down.
You got a corpse in a car, minus the head in the garage. Take me to it.
Don't you hate that?
Hey, what?
Uncomfortable silences.
John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer, Maria de Medeiros, Bing Rames, Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken, and Bruce Willis.
Looking at something, friend? You my friend, Luca.
Die, you mother!
A new film directed by Quentin Tarantino. Pulp Fiction.
You really thinking about quitting?
Most definitely.
What you gonna do then?
Basically, I'm just gonna walk the earth.
What you mean walk the earth?
You know, like Kane in Kung Fu.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 30th anniversary celebration / watch along of Quentin Tarantino's, well, some people may call it his magnum opus, Pulp Fiction. I am your host, Ryan of Van Dyke Quote Channel, and I am not alone in journeying back to the year that was 1994 and celebrating all the great things that occur within this film, simply known as Pulp Fiction. Please welcome a good friend of mine and co-host and the man responsible for all the great thumbnails and backgrounds and even a new intro that's going to debut later tonight on another show called Freewheeling Fridays at 11 p.m. EST. Case is in the building. Hello, Case. Welcome back. How are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing well. My vacation has just started, and what a way to start it with arguably one of the greatest movies of all time, one of the greatest movies of 1994, and also a very good movie to close out the year with in terms of watch-alongs, because it's the last watch-along of this year. And I thought it would be a good one to end it with this, because Pulp Fiction might just be the most iconic movie of 94. And that's saying a lot, because 94 has a lot of iconic movies.
Yeah, that's very true. We may actually have done a few watch-alongs regarding 1994 earlier this year, so you may want to go back and check those out on the Movie Nerds playlist. But before we talk more about those, because there may be more 1994 references that go throughout the course of this program, please welcome a very special guest. He is the jolly old Saint Nick in his itty-bitty little mind, but he is also a great man, a gentleman, a scholar, and someone who just loves all things pop culture. And he just likes to collect things, maybe like, briefcases or Funko Pops or action figures, maybe NECA figures. I don't know. Please welcome that $7 a pop guy. Jason Swoboda is in the building. Hello, Jason. Good sir. How are you?
Hello there. My reputation precedes me, or else I'd be late for all my appointments. So, how's everybody doing? Good. Thank you for having me on here. Pulp Fiction. I have the original theatrical poster. It's nearby. I have all kinds of Quentin Tarantino stuff. I even have the NECA figure of him from The Hateful Eight. I just pulled this up here. I got so much stuff here. It's unbelievable. But to talk about Pulp Fiction, the movie that warped my little mind back October 14th, 1994, when I just so happened to be off of high school. I was 15 years old, my sophomore year of high school. That came out, and I didn't have school that day, and I went to the first showing, and here I am, a little over 30 years later, enjoying it again with you guys. So thank you for having me on.
We're very happy to have you both here. Now, if you have any fun facts or questions or things you want to bring up regarding Pulp Fiction, or maybe some of the actors or actresses or people who worked behind the scenes to make this film what it was back in 1994, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. If you're joining us live on a replay, thank you so much for doing so. Before we hit the magical button known as play, begin what is known as our feature presentation. Not to sound like a movie trailer announcer or a movie theater persona, but hey, I've been to a lot of movie theaters, so I know what's up. I'm going to give you a chance to get to know our panelists just a little bit better. So, Jason, you alluded to this earlier. What was it like for you seeing this movie way back when for the first time?
It was awesome. I was fortunate enough to see Reservoir Dogs. I rented it in a video store the summer before. So this was 1993 that I rented Reservoir Dogs. And so going into high school, I was the kid passing around dubbed VHS tapes of Reservoir Dogs to people as a freshman, just going, "Have you ever seen this movie before? Oh my God, it's so awesome." So I would pass this around to people. And so when Pulp Fiction was announced in May of 1994, after it won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, the trailer, I had to wake up at like 6 in the morning because E! Entertainment Television was showing the first trailer for it. So I got up and recorded it. And before school that day, I rewound it and watched it like 10 to 15 times. I was so psyched. Just watching the trailer you just showed before this started, it just brought me back. It's awesome. So seeing that as a kid, my dad actually, they wouldn't let him buy the ticket for me at the movie theater because it was rated R and I was 15. But they wouldn't let him buy it. He had to call out of work that day and sit with me. There was this woman that worked at Towson Commons. She's probably passed away by now. She was very old, but she was she was hardcore. She was like, "No, you can't do that. You got to, you have to sit here the whole time." She did have an accent too, yes. But it was great seeing it. And then I had pancakes and bacon afterwards at the Towson Diner. So yes, I fully enjoyed this, and I was the Tarantino movie. I was the stereotypical video store nerd in high school that was popularized like in Clerks and Quentin Tarantino, for example. So
I was going to say, you're like the guy who walked in and said, "You have the one with that guy who was in that movie that was out last year."
It's when I worked at Suncoast, that's all it was. And I knew what it was too. I'd just be like, "You mean that one?" They're like, "Yes, thank you. How'd you know?" I'm just like, that's what I do.
So many memories. You brought up Suncoast, Towson Commons. Those are my stomping grounds right there, son.
Yes.
Jason and I are both Marylanders. We both live in the same state, just a few miles away from each other, which is awesome. One of these days, we got to get together in person and have like a giant crossover, like we cross the actual streams in the same physical space. And then we do like an Instagram live on Jason's Instagram account or whatever. And we just geek out on Maryland stuff. Who knows? Jason, that's an idea I just posed to you. So maybe we'll have to do it in the new year.
We'll do it. I'm just gonna enjoy my my alcoholic beverage here. Pardon.
It's okay. It happens. We all need something to get us through the day / night. But before I talk more about the greatness that is Maryland, because Jason and I both live in the same state, which is crazy. Case, I'm just curious. When was the first time you saw Pulp Fiction? What was your experience like when you saw it?
I think I saw it about 10 years ago for the first time because this is a movie that you should not watch when you're too young, I feel. You're going to get lost, probably, because, yeah, it's one of the first movies that did the entire out of chronological order thing. And even when you watch it for the first time, you're enjoying the scenes, but then afterwards you're like, okay, so when does everything take place exactly? And then I need to watch it again a couple of times to fully get the chronological fit everywhere, see where everything fits, because we start in the middle of the movie, then we jump to the beginning, we go to the end, and we end at the middle, roughly, at least according to the story. So, yeah, but I just remember that I really enjoyed the scenes, and as I've watched it several times since, I enjoyed more and more because it is just extremely well written. It's probably... This and The Social Network are probably my two favorite written movies in terms of screenplay, because the screenplay just works so well. And the actors portray the screenplay well. And of course, the director, knows what to do with it. In this case, of course, the director is the writer and also won an Oscar for it. Justly so. So, yeah, no, this... I can't wait to watch it again. And I already watched this like 3 months ago because at that time I was under the impression we would not do this watch along because you were like, oh shit, we have to scrap so many. And then at one point you were like, wait, I actually have a slot open. I'm like, Pulp Fiction. Yes, we'll do it.
Yeah.
The one thing I think that can't be overlooked too is that how it changed movies like movie like The Godfather, like every movie in the 70s changed, like Scorsese changed the 70s movies. Every movie after this, it wanted to be a Pulp Fiction movie. It killed the action movie. Like action movies were done pretty much after it. So there was no more Schwarzeneggers, there was no more Stallones. It was over. It was like when Nirvana went on there and every hair band was like, oh, so it's over now? It's like, yep, it's over. Sorry, goodbye. So many imitators and only a couple that were decent from it, but sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, Case, both you and Jason brought up some really good points, and it did change movies. There's because this movie definitely has a style. So for me, I saw this movie many years after the fact. I didn't see it till like 97, 98, maybe even 99. It was years after it had come out. When I finally sat down and watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, this movie's funny. It's stylish. It's got flair to it. It's a bit different than a lot of the other movies I've seen. Like this is really cool. And plus, Travolta with the head of hair that he had, and Sam Jackson roaming around just shooting people and not taking crap from anybody, and having these exchanges between the two of them about what do they call this overseas, or what are we going to do when we get out of this business, or what are we going to do when we move forward, whatever. Just and all these different character interactions, and then how you see how certain storylines tie together. Towards the end of the movie, how it all comes together. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really cool stuff. Zed's dead, honey. Zed's dead. Yeah. Which we'll get to later in the film. But honestly, my favorite scene, and it's going to be coming up here momentarily. I mean, when the moment those two guys walk in and they get that briefcase, like, oh man, that's money right there. That is money. So. I mean, it's so money, it just doesn't even know it, really. So, which, believe it or not, we got to wait another year or two before that movie turns 30.
97.
96.
Is it 96? Oh, 96. Okay.
Yeah, 96. We're referring to a little indie film called Swingers that I dropped a little
tiny one.
Little tiny phrase there. You're so money, you just don't even know it. Like a bear, man. I say this to my friends all the time, Jason. I swear. It's in my everyday vernacular. I say it to, and they're like, well, wait a minute. What does that mean? I'm like, well, it's in my way of encouraging you, saying that you're a great person. You got a lot going for you. That's my interpretation of what that saying is. But then again, some people may think differently, and that's fine. But yeah, we got to wait till 2026 to celebrate that freaking movie. And I'm like, gosh darn it. I'm just glad I got a DVD copy of that. Thank God. Seriously, because I have it on Blu-ray, but I don't have it on DVD as a backup.
Ryan, 2026 is just a year and 2 weeks away.
I know, but it feels like forever. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, this film is fun, and I like the soundtrack too. There's nothing wrong with the soundtrack. Good soundtrack. Good soundtrack. Nice job, guys. So with that being said, we are going to start this movie around the 2-second mark when the Miramax logo is coming up, whether it's the new school Miramax or the old school, because I actually have the old school blue one coming up.
Me too.
But, yeah, I know.
As do I put up my DVD because the Blu-ray.
Oh, we all have it. It's great.
The Blu-ray did not have it. So I put up
I'm
the
watching
DVD
it on
version.
Netflix.
Oh, you're watching it on Netflix in your neck of the woods, overseas, Case. All right, that's cool. Hey, if they still have that, that's great. Keep it rolling, as they say. But we're gonna start this bad boy off. We're gonna have a great time. If you have any thoughts on this, drop in the comments. 3, 2, 1, hit play. Let's do this. So let's have some fun with this, gentlemen. Should be a good one for sure.
Yeah, they need to restore that old Miramax logo. I don't like the new one.
Yeah, the new one. I got you.
Do not like it.
It's a bit odd.
Pulp.
A soft, moist, shapely, massive matter. Isn't that right, Jason?
That is correct.
A magazine or a book containing lurid subject matter being carelessly printed on rough, unfinished paper.
So, I was obsessed with diners after this movie.
Oh, really?
Yes. I wanted to go. That's what the Towson Diner kind of resembled it.
Towson Diner's cool, but do you remember the Silver Diner?
Yes. I had many of evenings there as a teenager and throughout college.
There you go.
Mainly in high school and everything. We would go there and smoke cigarettes like Tim Roth right here.
Oh my God. Would you say, hey, go Sean, we need more coffee.
And they said Garcon means boy.
The waitress comes over in a moment and says, I'm like, oh my God.
So,
yeah, good
Amanda,
stuff, though.
I love Amanda Plummer. She was a staple of 90s movies too. around this time. Frighteners.
Oh, I haven't seen
So
Frighteners. I haven't seen it, but I've heard good things about it though.
book that for next year.
Did that come out in 90? Was it 95? Was it 95?
I feel like it. So there you go.
May have to do a Saturday iteration of movie watch along there, Case. I don't know. But if you don't give him all your money, I'm gonna kill her. But did it work? the conversation here, just in the very beginning,
I love the story because that like
people never rob restaurants. Why not?
But did they hurt the little girl? I don't know. Probably never was good in the first place.
Like,
the point.
They were able to rob a bank with the telephone.
They robbed
the telephone. And so, also, what blew my mind is because I knew Tim Roth from Reservoir Dogs. Who
he was good at that.
He had an American accent, and then I'm hearing him talking. I'm like, is he British? We didn't have.
He actually is British.
He is, and I'm just like, oh my god, we didn't have. We couldn't look it up back then. I had to go to a library.
We had to look at index cards or something, right, Jason? We had to look through a Rolodex or something.
Yes, and it was all new to me. I had to go through video store. And by the way, if you look there, it's his fake brand of cigarettes, Red Apples, which are featured prominently.
Yeah, Red Apples. It's the brand in every single Tarantino movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even in the Hateful Eight.
Oh, Hateful Eight is it? Okay.
Yeah, actually, Hateful Eight. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
In Hollywood, yeah.
Garçon means boy.
Garçon, coffee. Yeah, garçon means boy. She just walks away. Oh my god!
But he laughed. I always liked the way he looked at her and laughed.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the line. Why not?
Why not? Bars, liquor stores, gas stations. Thinking one of them.
A lot of the things that we had talked about with this movie in the beginning of it, talking about how cool the movie was just cool. Like it was cool if you saw Pulp Fiction first.
Oh yeah.
It felt like Eric Cartman. I was like, I saw Pulp Fiction. Who wants to touch me? I said, who wants to touch me?
I said it was a fucking touch me.
Yeah, but before this came out, I remember I was we're rehearsing for the school play, and my friend Ian handed me a rolled up poster, and I said, what's this? And it was the Pulp Fiction one sheet. And he's like, yeah, I found it. It was at a con I went to this past weekend. I was like, oh, neat. Thank you so much. And it's still hanging up 30 some years later. So.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I believe the term's insufferable is what I was back then.
Insufferable? Really?
It's like, oh, did you guys hear about Quentin Tarantino? Let me just tell you all about that.
I don't know. I haven't seen too many movies with Amanda Plummer in them because maybe I'm just watching the wrong films. But one of the films I did see her in, which is more recently or somewhat recently within the last 10 or 15 years, is Hunger Games, Catching Fire.
I don't remember that movie. I don't remember any of them. I know what happens in it.
I was gonna say they were a big deal in the early 2010s, man.
Oh, I saw them in the theater, and but they didn't really stick with me other than this.
Well, it was Philip Seymour Hoffman's last
song is so good.
And the fact that they, this starts, and then like in the middle of it, it switches to jungle. It switches to Jungle Boogie.
Jungle Boogie.
Cool in the Gang,
which is a great song, by the way.
Absolutely.
It's so different from what we're hearing now.
Yeah.
All right, just another example of how obsessed I was about this movie before it even came out. I had the soundtrack before I saw the movie.
Wow.
So I knew all the music cues, and I didn't know where they were going to go into the movie itself. So I seriously was. Man, I had issues.
Apparently, you had more issues than I figured because I've known you for a bit, man. But I'm learning more and more about you when we do. We've only. This is the crazy thing about Jason. He's been on And I Quote before, which you can find in the And I Quote playlist. But this is only his second time here in our virtual studio. And the last time you were here was like what, 3 years ago or something like that. Like it's been ages, man.
To quote Stained, it's been a while.
It has. It's been a while, and which is by the way, that's one of my favorite songs. Thanks for bringing that up. That's a good song, by the way. It really is. But yeah, Jason was here like 3-4 some odd years ago when we first started doing And I Quote. I think you're one of the first people we had on here, which is crazy to think about. But hey, he's back. Everything comes full circle. And
I
now that
am
we
here.
told him, and now
All
that we
you-
told him, and now that we told him that we're going to be doing something for Tremors next year, he's like, let me put that in my phone. Give me a second. Hold
I
on.
booked myself. Hold on, we're about to switch songs. Not quite. Sorry. It's
There
about
we
to
go.
Get the boogie. You ever sing this at karaoke, Jason?
I probably have.
Have you?
Yeah. The only time I ever did karaoke really was when I was inebriated. Extremely the great Sally Menk, by the way, the editor of all of his movies up until the last one she did was Inglourious Bastards.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
She sadly passed away.
Oh,
horrible thing. But I don't want to bring anyone down here.
Because we're about to get into a breakfast scene with Big Kahuna Burger.
We are.
That's just a Hawaiian burger joint.
So this is the scene that I really personally love because they're talking about my country.
So tell me again about the hash bars.
And the funny thing is, everything that they're saying is 100% accurate.
So the mayonnaise thing is true.
Yes, it really is. It's disgusting. I hate it as well.
The thing about
the thing is, when he said it, I'm like, yeah, they do drown it in mayonnaise, and I hate it. I've always hated it.
Let me ask you. So, is it like a? Because we have like we think mayonnaise here, it's like either Hellman's or if you dare get Miracle Whip. But is it like a QP type mayonnaise, or is it just like what we know as mayonnaise? Like, how is it? I gotta know.
I don't even know because I don't eat it.
Oh,
no, I don't even know because I don't even go here. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not lactose intolerant. I'm not a fan of lactose products, and mayonnaise is definitely one of the things that I don't like. So I don't even have it.
Okay, fair enough.
I won't even know.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
Royale with cheese.
Nah, man, they got the metric system there, man. So what do they call it then?
Yeah, we got a better system over here.
And I always love the way he went, "Love Big and Mac."
The Big Mac.
Wait, you ever notice like Travolta looks pissed? Like Vince Vega looks pissed off that he asked him Burger King. I didn't go into Burger King. Gross.
Go to McDonald's.
Let me tell you more about McDonald's and movie theaters.
You go to Amsterdam, man. You can get a beer and pay, you can order a beer in a movie theater.
So here's something. Here's a little something. So this is the trunk shot, and Quentin Tarantino had one in Reservoir Dogs.
Yep, same.
And then
kind of deal.
Every film school kid in the late '90s, myself included, had a trunk shot in their.
Are you serious?
Yes, everyone had to because they were like, "Oh, so what do? You put the camera in there?" Yes. Okay. Neat.
That works.
What's her name anyway? Mia. Have Marcellus and her meet. I don't know.
However people meet people.
She used to be an actress. Oh, really? Anything I'd ever seen.
Do you ever hear of
she started a pilot?
I don't know
what's a pilot.
You are aware. It's called television.
I don't watch TV. There's this thing called television.
Nowadays, that's not really a thing anymore.
I know people don't even use
most shows don't have.
Don't watch actual television, Jason. We stream it. That's what we do.
Yeah, well,
and these days, most shows commit to making a full season,
and
then figure out if they want to continue.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a dumb process to do that. To like only make one show, spend all these millions of dollars to produce it, and be like, just produce the whole thing.
To make like 1 30-minute episode and be like, oh no, that's not good enough.
I always liked. What do you think about Tony Rocky Horror? I always liked the fat, like this entire exchange where he's like, "Yeah, fat, right?" Because I wouldn't go so far as to call the brother fat. What's he gonna do?
He gave her a foot massage.
So what did he do? Sleep with her? No, nothing. So what do you do then? Gave her a foot massage. Well, what is that? What do you mean a foot? This whole thing, like, I mean, every couple of seconds, I just find myself when I'm watching this movie, I just find myself laughing because the exchanges are just so like out of random, but it's so good.
And they're just talking about normal things, but the way they deliver it and the way they talk about it, it's just you're into it.
And then they're talking about the difference between what a foot massage is and what sleeping with another person is. Like, what's the difference? It's not even in the same ballpark.
It ain't even the same.
Ain't no
game, the
fucking
same-
ballpark, man.
there is no ballpark. It literally is two.
By the
different
way,
things.
you can hear "Strawberry Letter 23" by the Brothers Johnson when they walk by this one apartment,
Oh really?
right about there.
Oh, there. Okay. Okay. Man, Jason,
Which
man,
was so when they released the anniversary soundtrack, they had 5
Yes.
bonus songs on there, and one of them was "Strawberry Letter 23," which was in Jackie Brown. I'm saying this like everybody knows this stupid
No, I
fact
don't.
that only I know, but
I don't know anything about this movie.
So it was Jackie Brown. It was a huge, big part of that. A great song, great sound, another great soundtrack. Everything he did was great. But anyway, it was featured in this here movie at that part. Just
Nice.
very briefly, you just hear "Hello, my darling," and that's it.
Ain't no ballpark either. My method massage, but you know,
By the-
Tuscan Place.
League. It ain't even the same fucking sport.
It's not even. It's not even the same league. It's not even the same sport.
I'm not about foot massage. I'm the foot fucking master.
Oh boy! For those of you watching, yes, this is a Tarantino movie, so expect a few curse words to be thrown around the studio tonight. But it's all good because it's a season finale. It's the end of the year.
I'm not working. I'm not working blue, fellas. I'm
Yeah, we're
sticking-
not working.
staying
Yeah, we're
clean.
going out with a big bang here, Jason. So it's like, you know what? It's the last one of the year, bro. It's the holiday season. Go crazy. You know?
I was also like the time. I know the timeline of this,
Mhm.
but the part of the day
Mhm.
that this takes place is
It
like
is so early.
It's
it's
like
very
7:25
early
in the morning.
right? And they're eating lunch, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
it wasn't until that like I went to places outside of Maryland where I'm like, oh, there's like Jack in the Box has food all night long,
Yeah.
so you could get a burger. I don't know what I was just thinking. Well, McDonald's, they have breakfast, or Burger King has whatever it was.
No, they apparently managed to get complete burger meal at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, but why? And why not? Yeah, it's 7:22 in the AM, I believe, is the exact
Yeah,
time.
is
But
when he
we'll
checks his watch.
we're gonna find out. I believe he goes. It's oh, he already said it. It was 7:22 in the AM.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7:22 in the morning.
It's so
Okay,
early.
then
I'm like,
you
dang,
got-
that's
you
early
got
to have a burger.
burgers at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then, after everything that they go through, spoiler alert for people who do, later on when they're, after they go get breakfast at the end of the movie, that means, like, I guess the diner just serves breakfast all, but everyone looks like they were still having breakfast. So the timeline of this, it must have happened really, really fast with him, with them, and Marvin, and then the cleanup, the wolf, everything else. So anyway.
Yeah.
At the diner, they're having lunch or something.
Take care of her? No, man, just take her out.
No, man. What do you mean? Take care? No, nothing like that. Show her a good time. Make sure she don't get lonely or something. You're gonna be taking Mia Wallace out on a date. It is not a date. Okay.
It is a date, by the way.
It's not a date, Jason.
He
Not
kind
a
of
date.
just asked Vincent to take her out on a date.
It's good company. That's all. All right. It's just.
But
good
the thing is,
company.
that just shows that the whole thing actually just shows that Marcellus trusted Vince Vega to not do anything with his wife.
It's definitely not a date, Jason.
Yeah, well, he
Hey,
trusts
look
him.
who it is. It's a young, unrecognizable Phil Lamar, aka Green Lantern from Justice League.
At this point, he wasn't even in Mad TV at this point.
Yeah, isn't that crazy that he becomes, John Stewart's Green Lantern later in life?
And the person Brett there is Frank Whaley, who was in
Yes.
every '90s movie, including a great one called Swimming with Sharks. If anyone has ever
Oh,
seen it.
did you ever see him in Career Opportunities?
Yes, of course they did. John
Did you
Candy
like
had a
that one?
cameo in
Did
that.
you
one.
like it though?
Yeah, it was all right. It
Yeah.
was fine.
Yeah,
John
it's not
Can-
one of the best, but
John Candy had a cameo. It was a John Hughes written film, so
yeah. I did like John Candy's cameo. I can offer you $4.44 per hour, $4.44. What about the benefits?
yeah. But Frank Whaley, who was in another person, was in every '90s movie.
Swimming with Sharks. I've never seen that one.
It's so good. You got to get the fact that Kevin Spacey is in it.
Okay.
You got to get. It was when he was eating up scenery, man, and apparently doing a lot of other horrible things behind the scenes. But the scenery eating, it was good.
But
the other
I was
stuff,
gonna
not
say,
so good. Not so
outside of the personal issues, he was a good actor. He was a good actor.
This, as a young kid, this movie made me want burgers and cigarettes.
Good lord!
I wanted to roll my own cigarettes.
Oh my goodness!
And I haven't yet.
By the way, I need to look this up for a moment, but Phil Lamar voices Bill Organa in all the Star Wars animated.
Yep. Bill Organa. That's right. Yep. That's how prolific. That's how incredible of a voice actor this man is, Phil Lamar. He's done a million things in his career, and I believe he's done. I don't know if he's done a signing with you guys over at $7 a pop yet, but if he hasn't, you should get him to do one, Jason.
I would like if they make a Marvin pop or something. If they had Pulp Fiction at trading cards, we could do those, or comics or something. I would love a Marvin. A Marvin with no head.
Oh yeah, because you gotta have an opinion.
You know, the thing is that the way he ate that burger, but this. So whenever I take a bite of a burger,
yes,
it's like I instinctually say it, like turning on a light switch in a dark room. It's like, that is a tasty burger. Check out the big brain on bread.
Do you drop those lines on the missus and the kids, or just,
I drop it on strain? I will drop it anywhere. It doesn't matter.
But I take it your family members have heard this before.
Yes, they have.
Okay.
They could vouch for me, and my wife met me and married me.
Well, it must be because you've been quoting too many pop culture movies.
Fun fact: I tried to get married on October 14th.
Wow.
That weekend was booked, so it was the weekend afterwards.
Wow. Wow.
And she was like, obviously that's important to him. Yeah. By the way, this other actor is not Tim Roth, even though he looks Tim Rothy. The one laying down.
Yeah, but it's not. Yo,
and
Eagles.
And he shouldn't be eating like that because he's going to get indigestion.
Yes. I don't remember asking you a damn thing.
It's in the cupboard. No, the one by your knees.
The one by your knees. That's right. Oh, goodness gracious, Jason. Wow, you wanted to get married on the release date of a Quentin Tarantino film. Good Lord Almighty.
Yes. Heck yes, I did.
You are OCD about this shit, man. Honestly, you are so OCD.
And I've been married, got married in 2006.
Also, 666 is the opening combination.
Which means, what is it, 2024 is ending? 2020, so that's almost 19 years for you.
Are we happy?
Vincent, we happy?
Look at that old fridge.
Yeah, we have.
That fridge is like I never noticed the fridge before.
That is an old school fridge. You're right. I just noticed that too. Grace.
My name is Pitt, and there ain't no way your ass talking your way out of this shit.
He says back down.
I just want you to know how sorry we are. Dude, Frank Whaley plays an innocent, little kid.
I don't think
man so well.
I don't think things are going to go well for not Tim Roth. Oh, flock of seagulls.
Break your concentration.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
You were saying something about best intentions.
Please continue. This is why Sam Jackson just chews up the scenery in this film, man.
I was glad,
Allow me to retort.
Oh, allow me to retort.
What's the matter? You were finished.
Says Wallace look like.
The way, look,
he tosses the table into the other corner.
English and what?
That ain't no country I ever heard of.
You speak it.
Oh goodness.
Looks like...
Have you ever dressed up as any of these characters from this movie for Halloween, Jason, at one point in your life or career?
I did. We had to do tryouts for a play. I did this scene with a kid named Brett.
Nice.
So I got to say, check out the big brain on Brett.
That's awesome.
And his name is Brett, not Brad. There's a lot of misheard things.
Is there footage of this on the interwebs that we can see?
Oh no, this was before there was internet. It was.
This is before the interwebs were a thing. Okay.
They didn't even tape it on videotape.
Darn it! Because I wish I could have seen an OG iteration of Jason over here.
It was fine. I knew I was going to get the role anyway, but it was a new teacher, and he wanted to make us work for it. So.
Oh wow!
I did the Ezekiel 25:17 scene.
I love it.
That of the righteous man is beset all sides, buddy.
So good.
I used to do wedding photography.
Oh, really?
And after this came out, like the weekend after, I went to a church, and I specifically looked for that, and it wasn't in there the way it was. I was like, they just made that up. You go to Ezekiel 25:17. It's sort of like this, but it ain't this exactly.
No. Samuel Jackson had a lot of fun with this, I'm sure. Furious anger. Those who destroy my.
What a great look at this shot. Look at the composition of this shot. It's great.
So good.
They used every single spot of that 2:3:5 ratio in the widescreen.
Now let's put a pin in this and come back to this in like an hour.
Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife, which is the next storyline that they're going to introduce us to this down and out boxer.
This is the first scene after the diner. At the end.
Spoiler.
Spoiler in case anyone's ever seen this.
Look, if you're watching this right now, I'm gonna assume you've watched this, and otherwise you tuned into the wrong watch along.
Hey, look, there could just be a constituents of people who just want to watch other people watching something that they can't see.
Yeah,
you never know.
It's like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream, Jason.
What are they talking about?
That little film called Inception. For those of you just joining us, this is the 30th anniversary watch along of what is known as Quentin Tarantino's film Pulp Fiction. If you want to queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service, unfortunately, I don't have the timestamps in front of me. My producer, Case, unfortunately can't access them either. But Jason, if you want to know how many minutes and seconds we are into the film, if you can see from afar,
I can.
That's okay. We'll wing it.
It's Bruce Willis to see. He's about to just go.
So we're like 15 or so minutes into the movie. Feel free to queue up your copy now on streaming or physical media. Let us know.
Actually, we're about 22 minutes.
Thank you. 22 minutes. I'm way off base. See, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, Case.
I was way off.
Way off.
I can go on the timeline throughout the movie and go to the red dot where we're at.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 22 minutes and so seconds. Queue up your copy. Watch it with us now. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and share this too, because the more people see this, the more subscribers we get, because we're aiming for 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, if that's a possibility.
I don't
think
all
your friends about it.
Ryan. It's very ambitious.
On the night of the fight, your ass goes down.
Yeah.
Say it.
Marcellus Wallace.
Say it.
By the way, Ving Rhames, he's had a very interesting career, this man.
He has, and now he's the Arby's guy singing about
Arby's.
Meats.
We have the meats. Are you an Arby's fan, Jason? Do you like Arby's?
It was great in the 90s.
It was great when David Puddy and Elaine were going there every night, right? When David Puddy says, "Feels like an Arby's night."
Now there used to be a lot of pre-internet talk about what was the meaning behind Marcellus's Band-Aid. And most of it was silly. It was just cut himself shaving. Yeah. He just thought it'd be cool. He's like, I think it'd be cool if we put a Band-Aid on the back of his head, okay? but that scene just now, like Bruce Willis, it's just on Bruce Willis while the character is off screen talking. And it's just one static shot. And what's the last movie that they've done that? It's a lot of quick cuts these days.
Oh yeah, a lot of overuse of CGI too.
Yeah, well, this was all done in a green like a soundstage, like Avengers.
Of course,
no.
Of course. No, but I'm just saying, like in other films and other genres, there's a lot of reliance on CGI and visual effects and all that stuff. No one really takes practical effects seriously anymore.
Man, patience.
And also, most movies, essentially, most directors are scared to put their actors in the forefront.
Yeah.
They shouldn't anymore. I think I really believe that it's gonna get back to this.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Would be nice.
You saw it in the 70s. It went away from it in the 80s. They went back to it in the 90s, and now we're overdue.
Long overdue, probably. So here you're taking me out tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey man, I'm Paul, and it's between y'all.
At Marcellus Requests. Have you ever met Mia? Not yet.
He had a lot of it. So there's my name's Pitt, and you ain't get talking your way out of this, and my name's Paul, and this is between y'all.
Look, I'm not an idiot. All right, it's the big man's wife. I'm gonna sit across from her,
Vincent Bacon.
do my food with my mouth closed, gonna laugh at her jokes, and that's it. Okay, hey, my name's Paul, and this shit's between y'all. Then why did you freaking ask me about it then?
He's gonna ask for a pack of red apples.
Yep.
There it is, pack of red apples.
It's
Filtered,
crazy.
none.
Bruce Willis is in an ensemble piece like this, and then less than a year later, he's kicking it back to John McClane and Die Hard with Vengeance.
It's a good look. There was a period of time. By the way, you can get that UC Santa Cruz Banana Slug shirts on their website.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a real school, and you can get. I've had 2 of them now. I have to get
two of them.
Yes.
Somebody gets to the job. They're in there right now. 2 of them.
There's a nice little track shot there. I loved it. And he's wearing short shorts. Yeah.
Short there, Jason. Short.
Shorts.
Oh my god, $1.40 for a pack of cigarettes.
Oh.
Yeah, take a
I
look.
can imagine that these
but
days.
let's take a look at inflation nowadays, Jason. Was it like $3.40, maybe $6.40 to get a pack of cigs nowadays?
Where? North Carolina, maybe, or Virginia, maybe. And in
knows?
Maryland, you can get a pack of cigarettes for I think like $13 or $14.
Wow.
Because it's like taxed at a ridiculous amount.
Jeez. So what are you saying? They don't use that to pierce so and so? Forget that gun. That gun goes against the entire idea behind piercing. Okay.
Rosanna
18
Arquette.
places. 18 places, guys. 18 places.
It's too many. I was like, which one's Joe's, the one with all the shit in her face? No, that's Josie. That's my wife.
Oh God, Jason. Oh my God. Oh.
So Travolta learned how to, like, he hung around with heroin addicts.
Oh, to get an idea
Wait,
what the
real quick.
lingo
There's
is?
another Eric Stoltz, another staple of '90s movies.
Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
almost was in a little film that changed people's lives called Back to the Future.
According to the new Flash movie, this is Marty McFly.
Yes, the original. But
Yeah.
he left.
Yep.
They
Yep.
didn't get him.
Yeah, he was this close, Jason. He was this close to being Marty McFly for the whole movie.
I seen the screen thing for it.
Really?
Yeah, there's like early footage, test footage.
What did you think of the footage?
You just you know it too well as Michael J. Fox. It's you can't fairly judge it. Sorry, can't do it.
That's fair. I can give you that. Remember, I just got back from Amsterdam, man.
Yeah, so
are we in Inglewood? No, you're in my home.
So he hung out with actual like heroin addicts and like hung with them while they got high and like studied them.
Oh wow!
Didn't actually do heroin.
Way to go, Travolta.
Well, he's in that Scientology, and they don't allow
right. Isn't that secret club that he and Tom Cruise are in?
It's a secret club. It's a big club. You ain't in it. You and I ain't in that club.
No, we're not.
I always enjoyed this angle too because he had, again, the framing of the shot when he was laying down. You had something going on everywhere. You had the mirror that was occupying what he just did a good job of using
physical space.
Yes, mise en scène. Mise en scène.
Mise en scène. Yeah, mise en scène is how we, I believe, is how we said it back at the TU, Jason. TU.
Yes, I had a teacher who had terrible broken English, and he pronounced it missing and seen, and I had no idea what it was. He also referred to impedance as impotence.
Oh gosh.
So he talked about where films had impotence. I was like, what? Anyway.
No, it's Jody. It's my wife. I'm sorry, man.
So that was another staple of like his writing, that it was everyday relatable things that happened to you, where you like would say something embarrassing to someone you knew that was semi-insulting.
Still got your Malibu? Oh man. Some guy did the other day. This guy keyed it. Oh man, that's messed up. Tell me about it.
Look at that wad of cash.
It's in storage for 3 years. It was out 5 days.
And the way Eric Stoltz says, what a fucker. Wait for it.
It's crazy that this is Eric Stoltz because I hardly recognize him in this, I swear. I really can't.
I mean, to be fair, it's difficult to recognize any of the actors. Like, John Travolta is not like this in any other movie, I feel.
No, he's not. Not really. I mean, he had long hair during the 90s in certain films, right, Jason? He had a few of them, like a Michael or
Swordfish,
which, by the way, I know a lot of people throw that movie under a bus, but there are some parts of no, not
was a hit.
Not the Halle Berry parts, but there are some scenes in that movie where John Travolta, that monologue about how movies should be made, that's a good monologue, Jace.
It's not a bad movie. It was a huge hit when it came out.
Yeah. And I like the soundtrack because what's his name? Paul Oakenfold did a lot of tracks for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like his music. Are you a Paul Oakenfold fan?
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just
I'd have to hear some more stuff.
Well, he did the song for Collateral, "Ready Steady Go" during the club scene when Vincent's shooting up the club with Jamie Foxx.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh, we did wasn't that earlier? Yeah, 20th anniversary earlier this year.
It always bothered me there were air bubbles in there because I thought you couldn't have air bubbles.
That's a valid point. But yeah, Collateral turned 20 earlier this year. So if you want to revisit the watch along for that, Jason, it's on the Movie Nerds playlist.
I think I actually have it on DVD. I'm not 100% sure.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I bought everything on DVD, and then I sadly sold a bunch and regretted it. So
you didn't sell your copy of Michael Mann's Heat, did you?
No, I have several copies of Michael Mann's Heat.
I was going to say, because that's a great that's a great heist film, if I do say so myself.
It's very good. I saw it in the movies, and you can see it. They're making a sequel now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Michael Mann's been working on it.
Who's going to be in it? Because most of the characters in that movie end up dead. So.
I forget who they said, but it's like almost like a continuation of this. I don't remember exactly. I just always I didn't want to read too much.
Yeah.
So I could be a little surprised. Like Gladiator 2, I was surprised.
Yeah. Well, I guess the only two people who can show up for that movie are Pacino and
one of
Kilmer.
the biggest memes of the movie is coming up.
Yeah. But Pacino and Kilmer can show up for the sequel.
They could.
Hypothetically.
So,
there we go.
Vincent.
So this movie, the soundtrack, just being in this movie, it brought this song from Dusty Springfield, "Son of a Preacher Man." It made that successful again. It started getting played on the radio again after, at this point, 20 some years. Same with Miserlou, the opening title. So if you had a song in a Tarantino movie, you were just like, it was cool, and everyone liked it again. Everyone's like, "Oh, Dusty
drink. I'll be down to 2 shakes of a lamb's tail."
Yeah, disco.
Being good is
okay.
Okay. When he started sweet talking to me.
Now I've never done heroin, nor do I want to. But I have been in a state close to this.
Okay. Okay.
And I think about it often. Usually when I am, I just go, and I always smell my alcohol before I pour it.
Wow, we're getting to learn a lot of new things about our co-host Jason over here.
I've also
why you invited him.
I mean, yeah, but I got to be honest. I know Jason, but I don't know him as well because we've only hung out like very few times, if any, because we're always so busy between our schedules, respectively. And the other thing is, Jason does a million things a day, and I don't know how he does it, but.
It's
he was able to make time for this, and now he's able to make time for Tremors in January of 2025. And who knows?
It's because of what Mia's doing right now. I don't do that.
There's Tarantino's foot fetish coming out.
Her bottom of her feet were so dirty. Uma Thurman's big feet. There it is. Whoop.
Look at the bright side, Jason. Maybe we'll invite you for a few more episodes of Movie Watch Along because we got a lot of great things planned for 2025. Isn't that right, Case? Yeah,
I'm going to just answer for him. Yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Steak here.
You can get a steak here, Dad. You can get a steak here, Dad.
Rectangle.
Don't be.
That's a rectangle.
Jason, don't be such a.
So in Quentin Tarantino had I don't know if he was dating Margaret Cho, but he directed an episode of her sitcom called
what was
it? American Me? Not
was
American Me. Whatever it was, he directed an episode and starred in it, and she did that. She was like, "Don't be and they're like an isosceles triangle."
There's a reservation under Wallace. We reserved a car.
Why
don't you seat them in the Chrysler?
This has bugged me for years.
Really? Why?
No, we've had another cool scene, by the way, all one shot.
Oh yeah.
How we've had, Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. We've had all these themed restaurants based off of movies. Why didn't anyone make a Jackrabbit Slim's, even as a pop-up?
I would have gone.
Why? In 1997, that someone's just like, yeah, let's just open up a Jackrabbit Slim's at the whatever, Walt Disney or whoever. Well, Disney didn't own Miramax yet, but why not? I would go to a Jackrabbit Slim's.
I would. Would you go to one, Case, if they open one in your neck of
It,
the woods?
it looks pretty cool, actually.
All right. Well, maybe with it, maybe they should
Very
open one
retro.
overseas. 3, 4, get on the floor. We also get a Steve Buscemi cameo here momentarily.
There's James
in a
Dean
moment.
passed by. There was Martin Lewis.
Martin and Lewis. Yeah, Martin and Lewis.
What doesn't make any sense to me is that he is walking around just separately from her. Like, why is he walking around without her?
Hey, Vincent, over here.
Because he's high. Because he's high off his keister.
Oh.
That makes, and again, I've been there where you're just like, oh, cool, man, that's neat.
Hope you enjoy your meal at Jag Rabbit Sims. Thank you.
It's like a wax museum with a pulse.
Yes.
Yeah, I would eat. I would eat here, and I would get a.
So what do you think?
I would get a Dough Kirby burger, bloody as hell.
I think it's like a wax museum. Hey, look who it is! It's Steve Buscemi, everybody.
I do not recognize him.
No, because he's got a wig and some prosthetics on, doesn't he?
Well, again, we're dealing with people who have now been in every Quentin Tarantino movie.
True.
So we've had Tim Roth, we've had Steve
Seriously,
Buscemi.
why are those your only two options for a steak? Because either way, it's ruined.
What about you, Peggy Sue? I have the Durwood Kirby burger, bloody and
bloody.
Let's see.
$5 shake.
The $5 shake,
which is reasonable these days, by the way.
How do you want that shake? Martin Lewis. You just order $5.
These days, $5 is normal for a shake. Actually, it's kind of cheap.
That's a shake. That's milk.
Yeah, a shake, a large shake is like.
That's $5.
Bourbon in there.
You don't put bourbon on it or nothing? No. Just checking. I'll be right back with your drinks. Thank you. You don't put bourbon or nothing? No.
It is a pretty fucking good shake.
It's a pretty good shake. Yeah, that's right. You like milkshakes, Jason? You like milkshakes?
No, I used to.
Not anymore.
I'm of a certain age where if I have one, I feel horrible for a day.
Oh, okay.
I think at this point I'd be better off doing heroin than a milkshake.
Oh God.
Since Bruce Willis he's a supporting character in this film, right? What are your feelings about the film Die Hard with a Vengeance turning 30 next year that we're going to be celebrating on this set?
Rude that it's 30 years old, but other than that, I was just talking about that the other day. It's a good movie.
Do you want us to pencil you in for that one?
Tentatively, it just depends on when it is. If we do it in the summertime, it's tough.
It might be. I think it's in the summertime, Case.
Actually, it might be. Let me check the schedule for a moment.
Yeah,
I think that came out.
Scheduling master.
I feel like it came out 4th of July weekend.
4th of July?
No, that was no.
No, that was Live Free or Die Hard. That was the 4th one, remember?
Or Memorial Day. I forget what it was.
No, it was Live Free or Die Hard that came out July 4th.
But we're missing the use of framing here. I would have done it like if it was me, you want it to be the other way where she's on the other side looking over, but it's sort of like jarring to the eye, and I like that. It challenges you as a viewer.
Found it. March 28th.
Oh, March 28th is Die Hard with a Vengeance there, Jace.
When did they move 4th of July to March?
Well, Case is the one putting the schedule together, so it's his choice.
In fairness, it is impossible to juggle like 40 movies throughout the entire year.
Yeah. We do like 30, 40 episodes of this show of movie watching a year, Jason.
Yeah, because the issue is that pretty much every single movie that came out in the summer is known, and therefore I need to put everything in the summer.
No, I get
it. Because nothing used to come out in March, and I'm like, okay, this is one we can put.
We're going to put Die Hard with a Vengeance in March. So if you want to be with us, Jason, in March of 2025 for Die Hard with a Vengeance, just let us know. We'll put you in this slot.
All right, I'll look into it. It just depends on when it is.
Oh, March 28th, right? Case, is that what it was?
Sorry, what?
March 28th is the Die Hard with a Vengeance.
This is another line I say a lot too.
That's not what I meant. You know it.
Yeah, when I lean back, I go, "What a jip." What a jip.
Oh man.
Martin
Lewis. $5 shake. And a vanilla Coke. Vanilla Coke, guys. Vanilla Coke.
Oh yeah, I had never had one at that point, and I had to find a place.
Oh.
I asked my dad about it. I was just like, "What's a vanilla Coke?" He's like, "Oh, they just add vanilla syrup to a Coke." I was like, "Where can you get that?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know."
You get them anywhere. I mean,
now you can. Sure.
Now you can. You can
Then
get them
you
both
couldn't.
places, can't you? I mean,
That was the time period when all those places closed down.
Dude, use the same straw.
it's a damn good shake.
It's pretty
Pretty
good
fucking good
milkshake.
shake.
I don't know if it's worth $5, but it's pretty.
Damn, that's a
fucking
pretty good milkshake. Okay. Don't know if it was worth $5, but it was pretty effing good. Oh man, so funny. By the way,
I also they smoke so much in this, and they in the middle of their meal they start smoking again.
Yep,
they just never stop
They
smoking.
don't care. They don't seem to care.
That's what the '90s was like.
Mm-hmm.
You just smoked.
Well, do you remember the scene in the film we saw not too long ago where Robin Williams says, "Do you think it's morally appropriate to promote smoking to the youth of America?" They're biased. That's a mistrial. See what I did there, Jason? See what I did there?
Yes.
That movie turned, what was it, 30 last year, I want to say. Don't you
What
just hate
movie?
that?
The Uncomfortable Silences.
The Uncomfortable. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire was 30 last year, Case.
Oh, yeah.
Remember you remastered the thumbnail for that?
I did do that.
He remastered all our thumbnails for episodes of Movie Watch Along because he said to me, "You know what, Ryan? These Movie Watch Along thumbnails, these don't work for me, bro. We got to fix this."
It was more so that they weren't uniform.
Yeah.
Like you had the old ones, which were literal pictures of the movie.
Yeah.
Then you had the newer ones, which were your take on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, neither of them work because one is too much your thing, and the other is not enough of your thing. So we're gonna make something that is uniform for everything.
Yeah,
that works.
And he remastered all of them, and he did a great job. And we are eternally grateful. I think is the expression here, Case, for what you did to all those thumbnails.
We are eternally grateful.
Yes.
By the way, another thing is coming up here.
Hey, it's Marilyn Monroe.
Not the Marilyn Monroe thing. But you're seeing Marilyn Monroe and Mamie Van Doren. But where
thank you.
She has the Steppenwolf thing here. I say, God damn, which is a lyric from The Pusher.
I did not know that. Jason, I did not know that.
Yes, by Steppenwolf. Great song, by the way.
I do like Steppenwolf. I do.
Don't you love it when you're come back from the bathroom, your food's waiting? And that's something that is I also say all the time too. When it actually happens.
When it actually happens in the establishment that I'm sitting in.
I don't think Buddy's
like
a good
waiter.
waiter.
Holly's a waiter. Maybe we shouldn't have sat Marilyn Monroe's section. Would you like some coffee? Which one? There's two Monroes. No, there's not. There's Marilyn Monroe right over there.
See, and also it just shows you a little bit of that character development, just who they are. If he knows the difference between Marilyn Monroe and Mamie Van Doren.
But I don't see Jane Mansfield anywhere.
I guess she has the night off. I feel like that burger's cold by now.
By the way, I can't believe that Jane Mansfield is Mariska Hargitay's mother, aka Olivia Benson's mother from SVU, which is crazy.
Here comes he's bringing up something awkward. But since they're in the middle of eating, they better smoke a cigarette.
Exactly.
John Travolta's like, well, since I'm in the middle of eating and I have to say something, I'm just gonna roll a cigarette.
Just give me 2 minutes here, Jay. I was gonna say, fun fact. I met who was it? I met legendary actress at this convention. I'm trying to think who it was. Oh gosh, why am I blanking on this person's name?
Well, there's the cigarette. So
no, I'm blanking. Hold on. So, she was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Why am I blanking on this? Oh my gosh.
Oh, E.G. Daly?
No. The one who played Meta Dottie in the film at the end. At the end of the movie where she's with James Brolin and oh gosh, why am I blanking? This is killing me.
Well, now you got me blanking.
Oh my gosh.
And now I can't have cigarettes. If we were in Pulp Fiction, we'd all be having cigarettes.
I'll look it up.
Now she's smoking because you can't. If you're a chain smoker, someone else is smoking, you have to smoke too. That's the rules. Them's the rules. Also, another interesting character trait for Vincent Vega is where he removed the straw and drank directly out of the glass of his vanilla Coke. There's interesting little tiny things that they do as actors. that I'm sure he was just like, that's what I want to do. My character wouldn't drink out of a straw. That's why he wanted to drink directly out of the milkshake thing.
Yeah.
He's not a straw guy. It all makes sense if you look at it that way. I also think a bolo tie is very it's a choice. That was his nice thing to wear, is a bolo tie. When he goes to kill people, it's a thin black tie, but when he goes out, it's a bolo tie.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine anyone else other than John Travolta in this role? Maybe Kurt Russell, but that would be it. This was John Travolta's role.
But the funny thing about it is that at the time, this was a complete revamp for Travolta. He had not done anything of note for several years.
Except Look Who's Talking. That would have been it.
Yeah. And then Tarantino just had this idea of like, I have this role and you're going to be in it and you're going to be great. And he got an Oscar nom for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just
and
remember
that gave him a new career.
I just remembered who it was. Morgan Fairchild plays Meta Daddy at the end of the movie. So I met Morgan Fairchild at a Comic-Con of all places. But this was a great event, and Morgan Fairchild is a wonderful person when you meet her. She's absolutely wonderful. So she told me that she was good friends with Mariska's mother, Jane Mansfield. And then she told me how she relayed stories about her mother that Mariska may not have known about her mother to Mariska when they were working on set of SVU, that one episode that she guest starred on. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome. So fun facts, everybody.
I like those stories. Those are good stories.
They're great. And Morgan Fairchild is a wonderful person, and she's great to meet in person. If you ever see her at a convention, Jason, I would strongly recommend that you go up and say hi to her.
I'm going to. Even if she's not at I'm going to go to her house. No, I'm not.
I was going to say, don't turn into one of those folks. But
so when they're going through their names, like it doesn't sound like she says Vincent Vega. It sounds like she's saying, boo, boo.
Yeah.
All right, take it away.
And yet again, Tarantino has a thing for Uma Thurman's feet.
But also, there was a thing he wanted to do where he wanted to take off his shoes a very specific way, where he would take off one shoe, kneel down, put it down, get back up, kneel down, take off the other shoe, kneel down, and take it out. All these little things that they worked on. And again, look at a beautifully framed shot. It really showed off the Panavision cameras. Looked great.
They're good dancers, too.
Well, he is, for sure. But you had good lighting. I'm looking at aesthetically at all of this. And not bad for someone who's coming down from junk.
Like a thing also about John Travolta and other actors who tend to overact in most roles is you need a director to tone that down somehow. Because like if you look, like William Shatner is always William Shatner overacting. It's never going to be anything else. And you kind of have the same issue with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, with notable exceptions of when they are directed by people who can actually really direct them. And that's why he works in this role, because Tarantino really had a vision for his character.
And Tarantino has a very strict no phone policy on the set, too.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Once they became prevalent, obviously, there were no one. Oh, well, they're all rich. Rich people had cell phones back then.
What do you mean, like the Zach Morris brick phones?
The giant brick phones, or the ones that came in the case. I remember my dad had one that was in a little carrying case.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he walked. Wow. We were in Ocean City, Maryland, and he walked over the line of Delaware while he was on the phone, and he got hit with like a $75 roaming charge. Jeez. So he had to call and dispute it.
That's
because
crazy.
I was walking.
Be magically whisked away to Delaware. Okay, I'm in Delaware.
I'm in Delaware.
One of the. But hey, I've visited all those areas. I respect Delaware, Bethany, Rehoboth. We love you guys. It's always good areas to visit during the summertime, or maybe sometimes during the off season a little bit. So hey, depends on what fits your fancy. But hey, what can I say? Jason and I are hardcore Marylanders.
Yeah.
So
look at the chemistry here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you call it uncomfortable silence?
yeah.
I don't know what you'd call that.
Music. There's a little bit more information here that I needed, Vince, but I go right ahead.
And I think, had she not overdosed, I think bad things would have happened. He still wouldn't have escaped his fate. It just would have come from someone else.
It probably would have happened. He is really actively trying to talk his way out of it when he's in the bathroom.
Yes, he is. Urge Overkill, who got a career based off of this clip.
Oh, really?
Yes. They have another couple good songs. If you ever listened to what's the name of the song?
Yeah, what was the name of it?
I'm gonna look it up.
Well, while Jason's doing his very good job of researching random things that nobody's ever going to remember for the next 24 hours, this is the 30th anniversary watch-along celebration of Pulp Fiction, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. If you want to watch the movie along with us, you can do so through physical media or streaming service. Drop your favorite things about this movie or any of the other movies that these actors or actresses have starred in the comments below. And if you're watching us live or on a replay, thank you so much for doing so. Case, where are we at within the film? If you have access to the
roughly 52 minutes.
There you go.
Uma Thurman's dancing to Urge Overkill, Girl You'll Be a Woman Soon, cover of a Neil Diamond song.
Oh.
Their other song was called Sister Havana, which was a good song around this time.
The scene we're watching, like Mia's just vibing to Girl You'll Be a Woman Soon, and in the meantime, Vincent is trying to talk his way actively out of not doing anything with her.
But it's Mia Wallace, man.
It is.
It's the big man's wife.
You see, this is a moral test in oneself. This is a moral test in oneself, whether or not you can maintain loyalty.
And again, look at the framing of this shot. He spent a lot of time crafting
being
it.
loyal is very important, Jason. It's extremely important. Never knew when I came around, I'm going to find. Sorry.
And since there's some time passing, you might as well smoke a cigarette.
In fairness, at the end of this, he does poke her in the chest. That's a spoiler.
By the way, that's a nice trench coat. I've always wanted to wear a trench coat. I just never got the chance to wear one. I got to get myself one.
And then you just don't take any white baggies that are in it.
Right, exactly.
You know,
he should not have given her the trench coat, because then this would happen.
Yep, then this stuff happens. Yeah, exactly. If I cosplay at a convention, Jason, and I'm wearing a trench coat, it may be the one that's similar to the one that Neo had in the Matrix.
One Neo instead of Mia.
Yeah, I might honestly, Case, I might just go as Neo in the new year for Comic-Con as my next cosplay.
Go as Neo Wallace.
Yeah, Neo Wallace. There you go. Isn't that Case? Can we I can make that happen, right? That's a possibility.
Okay, so essentially what we need for you is like a long black coat and a long black wig.
Exactly. That's literally that's literally what we need, Case.
But you can't look like what's his face from Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
And then when people ask you like, "Hey, what are you?" and you're like, "You
are." Oh, that's not good.
That's not
this
good.
Is bad.
Oh, this is bad.
And you know what? And later, when the dissolve, you get to see that $5 shake again.
Yeah.
Isn't so?
That's a really good
$5 shake. Did I never notice this?
There it is. Right, ready? $5 shake.
Oh. By the way, it took him a while in the bathroom to just talk to himself.
Come on, girl. We're getting out of here. We got to walk now. We got to walk.
Oh, there's more.
We got to walk. In the words of Ian
Malcolm. Pick up the phone, Lance.
Well, there it is.
Wait, here comes the
Don't dial me, Mia. Don't you dial me. Oh, there's the phone.
Giant phone.
It's not that big, really.
It's old Nokia looking thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it looks smaller, doesn't it? Join hands, you two lovebirds.
Look, he's eating Fruit Brute, which was discontinued at this point.
Oh, it was?
Yes, you could.
Oh, jeez.
Fruit
Brute
was.
Why do you just not answer the phone when?
He's watching the bride. He's watching the Brideless Groom.
Oh, the Brideless Groom.
He's watching the Three Stooges. Hold hands, you lovebirds. the great emo.
Answer the phone. Answer the phone, Lance.
Lance.
The phone's ringing.
Obviously, you've never been watching Three
I can
Stooges
hear the
while
phones
eating
ringing.
fruit
No.
root.
By the way, Jason, I've never seen a rerun of Three Stooges. I've never seen one.
You got to get on that.
I probably should get on that.
Yes.
So, hello, Lance. Lance, it's Vincent. I'm in real trouble, man. I'm in
Are you
big
calling me
trouble.
from a portable phone? I don't know you. Crank caller. Crank caller.
Hold your horses, man. What's your problem? I got this chick. She's ODing on me, man. Don't bring her here. I'm not even joking with you, man.
Lance.
To my house. I got no choice.
Don't bring some effed up
She's
poobah here.
dying on me, man. Listen to me. You bite the freaking bullet, you take her to a hospital, and you call a lawyer. Negative. This is not my problem, man. Are you talking about a cellular phone? I don't know. Who is this?
Prank caller. Prank caller.
I'm hanging up the phone, Jason. I'm hanging up the phone.
Yeah, but he's already there.
But he's already crashed.
He's just gonna crash into his wall.
Pottery, didn't he? Didn't he crash into his pottery?
Dude, what did you
Dude,
do?
you're talking about this drug on a cellular phone, man.
So that was, I think that was someone's car that he borrowed, Quentin.
Oh, really?
I don't think that was his Malibu.
He borrowed some random dude's car?
No, it was someone he knew.
Oh, okay.
It might have been. I know his girlfriend or his car or his girlfriend's car was the Honda that gets wrecked later with Ving Rhames.
Now, come on, help me, Jason. Pick her up, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also, I think Travolta kind of stumbles his line a little bit in that take, but he let it go, and I always enjoyed that. I would be forced to tell him that you did nothing to help. Help me pick him up.
Look, in fairness, it actually makes sense that you would not be able to talk completely well when you are high on drugs and freaking the fuck out that this is happening.
Well, at this point, because I've been in a situation too where I have been I've been massively high, but like something like happens and you lose it immediately. You're like, I'm not. Oh, everything's gone now. I have to focus.
Get the shot, man. I will if you let me. I'm not stopping you. Stop talking to me. Stop talking. Start talking to her.
A black pen, a fucking black magic marker. I like how he called it a felt pen. You have a felt pen.
I don't know. Something she took. Well, what are you looking for? My little black medical book. What are you looking for? A little black medical book. It's like a textbook they give to nurses.
I don't know. Stop
I
bothering
never
me.
saw no medical book. Well, trust me, I have one in this house.
But this, like, I don't know. Stop bothering me. But he comes in a frame with it.
Lance, it is 1:30 in the freaking morning.
Vincent just shouting, "Get it!"
Quit messing around and give her the shot, man.
By the way, this is another intense scene.
I think there's a lot of scenes in this movie.
I gotta stab her 3 times.
That's it. Okay.
Oh, another thing that always happens
once.
So
what I need is a big fat magic marker.
And this is another thing that I do all the time whenever I have whipped people ODing in my house. No, as a joke, I do not have people ODing.
I was going to say, we do not produce or condone any sort of behavior that occurs within this movie in real life. We are just
We are just very entertained by it.
We were just very entertained by the occurrences in this movie, and we're talking about a movie, folks. This is a movie. This isn't real life. Okay?
So here's the
Give it to me.
I
Give me
stab her
that.
3 times.
All right, so tell me what to do. Okay, so you're giving her an injection of adrenaline, okay? So straight through her heart, but she's got to have a breastplate. So you got to place it right through it, all right? You got to put the needle down in what is known as a stabbing motion. I got to stab her 3 times? No, you just got to stab her 3 times, just once. It's a big needle, by the way. I'm just going to say.
It is. It really is.
It's massive, man.
They also it's also
kind of curious about that myself.
Like, does this actually work?
I don't know what happens.
They filmed this in reverse, by the way.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's right, because you want to. Okay, yeah.
To get that stabbing effect.
Because it's the right angle, right, Jace?
Yeah, I love that little drip. Good camera, good building up tension.
Yeah.
Look at Rosanna Arquette. She's like, is he going to kill her?
This is great. By the way, this is.
Oh my god.
That was reverse. That's the great testament also to Sally Menke, who was the editor.
Oh,
His movies were always. I like his new editor that he's been working with since Django, but
I don't. I really don't.
compared to Sally Meg, it's not the same because I think Sally kind of reeled him in a tad bit, but it's
Yes,
okay.
and that's what he needed, because essentially my issue with his movies ever since Django is they drag on too long.
yeah. Aren't they like
Yeah.
3.5-hour movies nowadays with this?
Well,
guy?
Hateful Eight
No,
was.
okay, they're not that long, but the Hateful Eight is about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and you can easily scrape off half an hour of that movie.
Well, they
Really?
put it. They put it in a. I've watched it. I've seen that a whole bunch of times. I still
Okay.
like that. I still love that movie.
Oh, you do?
Yes. He hasn't done a movie I didn't liked. I didn't like.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
Liked.
Didn't
Yeah.
like. So you've liked all. How many has he made now? Was it 11 movies
9.
or 10?
Well,
Nine.
9.
9, including Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I
9 and a half
I mean,
if you want to include 4 rooms. But
Didn't he say he was going to retire after like 10 movies or something?
Yeah, I don't think
yes,
he
so
is.
one more.
So that
I
means
don't
he's
think
going
he
to
is.
make you one more movie case and then it's all over.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of Tarantino movies, I have my favorites and not so
Least
favorites. It's just, yeah, he hasn't really made a bad movie. It's just
Okay.
out of the weaker ones, I'm like, I don't feel like I want to watch like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and
Mhm.
Death Proof as much as others.
Oh,
Because
Death Proof. Yeah.
like I have watched Death Proof once and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Mhm.
twice, and I didn't really care for them, if I'm honest.
Is Jackie Brown any good?
Yes.
Yes, it
Good.
is.
And I need to sit down and watch it because I still have not seen.
Jackie Brown
Right.
is again a testament of why
Right.
he's a great
'Cause Jason, I haven't
screenwriter.
seen that one either. I got to watch Jackie Brown.
December
man.
25th, 1997 was the release date. Yes,
Jeez.
Yes, I went on Christmas Day evening, even though I'd already seen it
Okay.
once before that time.
All right. I got to sit down and watch Jackie Brown now. Okay.
This is, by the way, this is the beginning of modern dad jokes, I think.
Oh, really?
Catch up.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Although the origins of dad jokes, I believe, came from Airplane.
Oh.
And the Zucker brothers, Zuckers, Abrams, Zuckers.
What was the first dad joke in that movie?
In Airplane?
Yeah, the first one.
All of them.
Oh,
Every,
all of
every
them are
single
dad
joke.
jokes?
Of course, don't call me Shirley.
Oh,
Shirley,
well,
Don't
yeah,
call me
that one
Shirley.
definitely.
Yeah.
What, a hospital? What is it? It's a
Or-
tall building with patients.
That's not
like
important right
Christopher
now.
Wait, which, by the way, that movie, what is it, 45, I think it is?
It's going to turn 45 next
It
year.
turns
It's on the
45
list.
next year, Jason. We're going to be sitting here talking about that too,
Love
On
that
the
movie.
list.
which is,
Oh, he Arctic tenderfoot.
yeah, like I said, what is it, 45 years for Airplane? Yeah, so there's that. There's 40th
Yeah, and
anniversary of the Breakfast
actually,
Club.
I did schedule it a week before Empire Strikes Back because they're both from 80.
Right.
So here's this jarring cut, by the by.
Yes.
We're going now. We're in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know
Yeah.
this yet, but this is
This is Butch.
This is Butch as a kid. With
Oh.
Captain Coons comes in, and Christopher Walken, who just this
Who-
was
who- This is Christopher Walken being peak Christopher Walken.
little
that
man.
little-
Hello, little
With a
man.
little watch.
To this day, so me and a friend of mine, we always greet each other with "Hello, little man."
Yeah.
Boy, look how big you are. I heard a lot about you.
Oh my
Saying
god.
I fought with your dad in that Hanoi pit of hell.
Oh, Jason. Man, oh man, we're definitely gonna have to have you on more episodes of our shows, man. Seriously, because you are so full of it in the best
Well,
way.
that's
Like in the best way. Like you're so full of these fun facts, man. Like honestly,
I've heard
no.
that before too. Trust
Yeah, but I'm
me.
being serious. No, Jason, with all due respect, I'm being serious when I say this, bro. Like you got so many mad skills, you got so many fun facts coming out of your rear end. I'm like, dude, we gotta have you on. You these days, Sydney, we gotta make a sequel. So, Jason, you're gonna be back on here. You already
I'll be back
penciled
for
in.
Tremors.
Well, you're gonna
Oh.
be back for what is it? Yeah, Tremors is January 17th. Which Case, myself, Austin, right? You know, all four of us are gonna be sitting here in the studio, Case, which is gonna be a nice night, by the way. And then what is it? The other one was it you may be back for Airplane later this year. You may be back for Die Hard with a Vengeance in March. So
He just pulled out the watch. This watch.
yeah,
This
this
watch
watch
was given to me by your father. By
was
your
given
dad.
by your father. Father it was brought to me the day he set sail for Paris. You know,
He'd be damned.
he wore it every day when he was in the war.
So I put it in the one place they never find it. His ass.
His ass.
And again, it's just the dialogue, the way the story starts, and it just slowly morphs. It goes off the rails, and it's this little moment that is punctuated with the bell ringing and him waking up as an adult.
Because the kid is just sitting there and he's like, okay, so what the hell do you want? And then finally he's like, it's yours. Okay, thank you.
He goes, a name of Wanaki.
Your granddad was facing death, and he knew it.
Wanaki.
Damn! But then leaving that island alive.
This was the second movie that the second Tarantino written movie he was in, because Christopher Walken had another memorable monologue in True Romance, another scene that was a little bit longer than this one, but great movie.
You're part eggplant. You're a cantaloupe.
that was improv. Apparently.
Oh, it was?
Yes, that little, because Dennis Hopper improved eggplant, and then he said, "You're a cantaloupe."
Which, by the way, I saw True Romance for the first time earlier. I think it was either this year or last year. Or I think it was last year. And I gotta tell you,
it turned 30.
That's a heck of a film, man.
It's amazing,
especially when the main character is obsessed with comic books like you and I are. I'm like, damn, that's awesome.
Well, that was also based off of him being a huge fan. Tarantino was also a script doctor on Crimson Tide.
Oh, the what's his name? Yeah,
Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman.
Movie.
There's a scene where he talks about Denzel Washington talks about Silver Surfer. That's his scene that he added in there.
No way.
Fun stories. I got all kinds of them, baby.
Jeez, so many fun facts, so little time. You know what they say? So much to do in so little time.
When he reveals that he hid the watch up his butt, the way it's like he doesn't like punctuate that, because he hit it the one place he do find it, his ass. And then he just keeps going, and you don't have a time to recover watching this for the first time. And this little man to give this watch to you. Bing! Oh! And you gotta remember, watching this for I was 15. I was a young kid.
15. You were 15, Jason.
Watching this, my mind was already warped from Reservoir Dogs, so I was ready for this. But just watching this for the first time, it was so cool. Again, nice use of framing. Look at the great framing in this.
I'll tell you, my favorite scene from Reservoir Dogs was the tipping scene. You don't tip?
Again, that was just casual people having a normal conversation who are about to do horrible things.
Yeah.
And it was mimicked by so many hacky directors and writers after this, because every movie studio is like, we need Pulp Fiction right now. And what a great setup for this entire storyline. Meester. You killed that other boxer.
You could see the frenzy in his eyes give away the realization. I think any man would have left the ring fast.
But
that tipping scene is great.
But whenever I say the name Butch, I pronounce it Butch.
Oh, because of
you killed that other boxer, Esmeralda Villalobos.
Yeah, but you killed that other boxer,
I did. Sorry to hear that. Feet. There was another foot scene. She's in her bare feet.
Battle of the Titans. Oh, comes.
Meester.
Oh, look who's back! It's Vincent Vega
and Paul.
Yeah. And this is after the date.
I'm gonna scour the earth for that mother. As the trailer said, if Butch goes to Indochina, I want someone waiting a bowl of rice ready to pop a cap at his ass.
Yeah, Marcellus.
I never thanked you for the other night. Bless you.
How you doing?
What a great.
I never thanked you for dinner.
Never thanked you for dinner.
What you got? You booked? His trainer says he don't know nothing. I believe him. I think Butch surprised his ass, same as us, and we don't want to think we want to know. Take him to the kennel. Sick dog is on his ass.
See, the thing is, if he goes to Indochina, that's a Ving Rhames line. Oh, and also whenever I walk across the street and there's a car coming by, I always go, mother And then I get hit by the car and drop my
By the
donut.
way, what's interesting about all the scenes that Marcellus Wallace is in up until he encounters him on the street is we mostly see the back of his head. So that when he encounters him on the street, we don't fully know that that is him. I remember the first time that I was watching the movie that I didn't really recognize him, and he gets mad instantly and he runs him over, and I'm like, why did this happen? Oh, it's because it's Wallace.
And he winds up shooting what's her face? Or no, he does it. What's her name? Who's the comedian? Kathy Griffiths was trying to tend to him. I saw the entire thing, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, Jason, because you know these movies and these quotes so well.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
You, Mister. I always will say Mister that way. Mister.
Oh, I will say, as great as this movie is, the green screen is terrible.
Well, it's supposed to look. He did it on purpose to make it look like old 1940s and 50s movies,
like noir type stuff, right? Jay?
Yeah.
Right,
So
Jason?
yeah, even if you watch, it's
look at Humphrey Bogart's. Well, some of the Bogey movies.
That's how they did it on. They did that on purpose. So what they would do, the method, they would actually just show a film in the background. It's not green screen. They just had the film of whatever they were doing rotating in the background. And they did that in the 20s and 30s too.
Yeah, and it would rotate too. It would just keep playing over and over.
So they're just in a little room with the car, like bouncing with the camera all together. Oh, got to smoke.
Well,
it's been a minute. It's got to smoke.
well, and they say this in another movie that we're going to be talking about later in 2025. I'm going in for a cigarette. Which Goldeneye turns 30 next year, which is insane. So I know.
Rude.
Well, I'm sorry. It's my favorite Bond movie. So
Esmeralda Villalobos.
Yeah, Case and I are going to have a good time on that episode, aren't we, Case? Goldeneye next year.
It's one of the best themes. I'll give you that little tidbit. The Tina Turner theme.
We missed you, by the way, Tina Turner. R.I.P.
She was great. The great documentary about her, if you ever catch it, it was on HBO.
Oh, really?
Last year, I think. Last year or the year before.
What's it called?
I don't. It was just a Tina. I don't remember what it's called.
All right, I gotta look that up. I gotta see that.
It was 2022, I believe.
All right, I'll have to look it up. I want to see
really,
it.
Really good about her life, and she had a hard life, man.
She did.
Yes,
she did.
but she was strong for it.
But she was a great singer. So
and it was about her walking away at the height of her fame too, because she was done, and I respect that.
Yeah, we got. We're excited. We got a lot of wonderful things planned for 2025. 2 Batman movies turn a certain age. The 2 Back to the Future movies turn a certain age. What is it? We were talking about this earlier. The Star Wars movies, Empire Strikes Back and Force Awakens, turn a certain age.
Yeah, and you're omitting one, but that's fine.
But you're going to present that on your
channel, yeah.
On your YouTube channel. Which, by the way, if you want to follow him, it's called the Dutch Star Wars Guy on YouTube. If you're a Star Wars fan, Jason. Okay. Which I think that you are.
Considering he has Boba Fett in his name.
Which I'm thinking you are because your nickname is literally Boba Fett. So
yeah, it's Boba Fett, which I've had for before internet.
Before internet was
before the internet, I was Boba Fett in high school.
Oh really? Wow.
Yes, that's what I named myself.
Did I ever? I don't know if I showed you this or not. Maybe I have. Let me see if I can find it here. I think I have.
I also want to mention again, this is a great, well shot, all one take. The track shot around the phone booth.
Yeah,
and it's awesome direction, good fundamental filmmaking.
This is my guest on another show later tonight is going to be with us. His name's Bobby Nash. He's an indie writer, but he also does commissions like for artwork. Like he makes bookmarks and door hangers, right? Check this out.
He's no good, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice.
So there you go. That's my love of Star Wars being shown a little bit there.
If anyone asks you who you had tonight, he was also like completely naked in the back of that cab, getting changed.
He's got to be completely naked in it as well.
That's right. It's when he's in the shower and goes, "My Fabi." So he has Esmeralda Villalobos, and then he goes upstairs to Fabian, who talks about, "I want to have a pot belly." Oh, another thing I always say, And my wife will always say it too, just like, you want to get blueberry pancakes? I want to get blueberry. I did not get blueberry pancakes. I had buttermilk.
And this is probably my only issue of the movie.
Really? You have an issue with this movie?
Yes, as strange as it may, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the character of Fabian.
Oh, really? You don't like her?
This was like her only American movie, really, Maria de Medeiros.
Oh, she hasn't done anything else?
She does stuff overseas. Not in these seas.
Not in these seas, but overseas, right?
Overseas.
Let me take my jacket off.
No, yeah. And he's just like, goes, I gotta take a shower. I stink. I like the way you stink. I want a pot belly. If you had a pot belly, I'd punch you in it.
There it is. You had some pot.
I would like some pot. Well, you should be happy because you already got one.
I don't have a pot. Wow.
On men, it looks the same.
Yeah, we got plans for Empire Strikes Back, Force Awakens. What was the other one? Batman Begins, Batman Forever. Yeah, we got a lot of big ones planned next year, Jason. So if you ever
another good Batman Forever was a good soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as.
Are you referring to Kiss from a Rose?
No, I'm referring to the U2 song "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me."
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A movie similar to this one in terms of the non-chronological stuff, and actually a really good movie, Memento.
Yes.
Also turns
25. Yep, we're gonna be celebrating that one too. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Didn't someone make a fan cut where they put it in order?
Oh, did they?
I did that. I did that. I watched it. It was interesting. I wouldn't recommend it.
I just destroyed the point of the movie. If I had to, I would smother you with it.
Good Lord, Jay.
Oh, here's the line. Here's the line.
This is the line.
Will you give me oral pleasure? This was his only real sex scene, I think. And then nothing really happens. There's armpit. In case you want to see someone's armpit. There it is. Bruce Willis's armpit. There it is again.
Jeez.
It's just there.
I never listen to your fights.
Also, there's a rumor that Bruce Willis was a terrible kisser. I'm not sure if that's true.
To quote another Quentin Tarantino movie, I love rumors.
I love rumors.
It was from Inglourious Bastards. I love rumors.
I haven't seen that movie since it came out. I haven't seen that in years.
You should, because it's excellent.
Well, I think I might have just made my masterpiece.
He did. Yes. Tarantino definitely did.
Mm-hmm. I'm calling the Bear Jew over. He's going to come over here with that big bat of his, and he's going to beat your ass to death with it.
So another fun thing that Quentin used to do for Sally Menk when he would always have actors at the end of takes go, "Hey, Sally. Hi, Sally. Hi, Sally." So when she was editing it for, weeks upon weeks, she'd always have the actors saying hello to her. And he would make little compilations as extras on the discs when they would come out of everyone saying, "Hi, Sally."
Wow.
The funnier ones was on Inglourious Bastards, but that was also the sadder ones because that was the last movie she did.
Last movie she edited, yeah.
Yeah, she was found. She died on a hike during a heat wave in Los Angeles.
Oh, no way!
And they found her body. She was walking her dog on a hike on a trail during a heat wave in Los Angeles, and she died while she was doing it. And it was horribly tragic because I'm an editor first and foremost, and she does such a good job in everything she did. She was excellent.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
She knew when to cut. She knew when to let a scene play out. She knew when to reaction shots go, and it's a lost art these days, it seems.
No, but that is very much the massive difference that I can see in the Tarantino movies when she did it and when she didn't do it.
Well, they also moved to the Weinstein Company away from Miramax. I think was that with Inglourious Bastards?
This one is also done by the Weinsteins.
Well, this is Miramax still, though. So
yeah, but the Weinsteins are credited.
Yes, they headed up Miramax at that point, and now they're heading up nothing.
Well,
probably for good reason.
Let's not talk about that.
No, look, it's a nude scene.
Jeez.
I never liked how she put her toothpaste on her toothbrush. That's just my personal thing.
Jeez, man, that's like talk about being nitpicky.
I've watched this movie so many times. You have to start looking at it.
Have you seen this movie 365 times?
I mean, probably have over the years.
Over the years,
man.
I remember for Christmas in 1995. This wasn't available in sell-through yet. My neighbor for Christmas, she belonged to Columbia House, and she got me the VHS tape for for Christmas that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been the best, one of the best Christmas gifts you've ever gotten.
Oh, it was exciting. And then
the best one ever.
And then they released it in widescreen like 3 years later.
And you're like, damn it, now I have to buy it all over again.
I didn't care. I'd buy it as many times as I could. I was like, how many more times could I buy this?
DVD, 2-disc DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. Do you have it in 4K? I don't know.
I don't know if they've done it yet in 4K.
I don't think they've remastered it in 4K.
But I need confirmation if they've restored the Miramax logo.
And he instantly falls asleep. How do you do that? How do you instantly fall asleep?
Well, I mean, you saw what just happened in the previous scene. He's tired. Not only did he box an entire match.
He's had a long night at the office. You know?
He didn't box an entire match. He killed someone.
He killed someone. He ripped off a gangster. She's still brushing her teeth. She didn't sleep all night.
She's just been brushing ever since.
Her gums are all bleeding.
And she's you're right. She's brushing her teeth the whole time.
Yeah, so she did all that. They had relations, and then he showered. So yeah, he's tired.
I did not have relations with that woman, Jason. I did not.
Do you see her in the television?
Oh yeah.
Another great composition. Good job.
Great shots. By the way, this is once again the 30th anniversary. I feel like this is more like the Jason Knows Everything About Movies show.
No, it's the Jason Knows Everything About Quentin Tarantino.
About Quentin Tarantino and Pulp Fiction movie. That's right, Case. Thank you for thank you for correcting me, because half the time I don't even know what I'm saying. So I want to take this opportunity to say welcome if you're just joining us live or on the replay. This is the 30th anniversary watch along of Pulp Fiction, aka Jason's favorite movie of all time. Don't forget to like and share this with everyone you know. And if you got any thoughts about this movie, let us know in the comments, or thoughts about Quentin Tarantino films of the past, or maybe some of the actors or actresses who have taken part in these movies, because there's a lot of them in here. Let's be perfectly honest. It's an ensemble piece, right? So let us know your thoughts in the comments below if you have an opportunity to do so. In Case, where are we at within the film if you have a timestamp?
An hour and 24 minutes, roughly.
Thank you. Hour 24 minutes, so you can queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service and watch the same movie that we are witnessing right now along with us. However, I do want to inform you on a programming note. This is going to be our season / finale for the year of 2024. But have no fear. We will be back in a few weeks once the holidays wrap up and everyone goes back to itty-bitty little things called work, school, whatever. And our first movie of 2025 is, in fact, going to be the post-apocalyptic film, which I feel like some of us are living in right now, The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington, one of the best shot and best post-apocalyptic movies ever made. So stay tuned. It's coming in January 10th, if I'm not mistaken.
Your outlook on life is a bit pessimistic, but also very true.
Yeah, I was going to say, things aren't going too well right now, so it's kind of feels like we're living in the Book of Eli world. But
I get it.
It happens. By the way, Deja Marie is here with us all the way from Hawaii. She says hello to everybody. Hello, Deja Marie. How are you?
Aloha.
Yes.
Don't we say aloha?
We can. She's over in Hawaii with her family. It's perfectly natural. But Deja Marie, great to see you. Hope everything's well in your neck of the woods. Once again, this is Pulp Fiction. So feel free to watch it along with us.
Oh, he just found out the watch isn't there, and she realized she messed up. She's just like,
all the fucking things you could have forgotten.
Oh, by the way, she says aloha right back at us there, Jason. Deja Marie just said aloha. Aloha, Deja Marie. Great to see you. Hope everything's well in your neck of the woods, Deja Marie, and happy holidays to you and your loved ones. And by the way, fun fact for those of you watching and listening to us at home, Deja Marie was on the Meaning of Fandom not too long ago, and she admitted, Jason, that she is a diehard fan of The Grinch. She has numerous Grinch T-shirts, numerous Grinch pairs of socks, etc., etc.,
Which
etc.,
Grinch?
etc.
Which
I'm talking
Grinch?
about the original. The Boris.
good one.
Is it Boris Karloff? Is it Boris Karloff? Yeah.
And Thurl Ravencroft saying, "You're a mean one."
Exactly. Yes, she is a massive Grinch fan. So if you want to talk about your love of the Grinch with another fan, feel free to reach out to Deja Marie here on social media. And
But,
she
like,
says,
he
by the way,
just-
she says happy holidays to one and all. Happy holidays to you too,
Happy
Deja Marie.
holidays.
Love you. Love you, Deja Marie. Make sure you're watching The Grinch. And if you want to watch the other version with Jim Carrey, feel free. Because I remember watching it when I was a kid. So
Been a while.
Actually, I finally rewatched that like
did you?
2 years ago.
How was it?
Or so. It's
Different?
okay.
Yeah.
It's not like when I was a kid, I liked it because I didn't know what movies were.
I didn't know what movies were.
Look, when I was a kid, I liked Attack of the Clones. Okay.
Yeah. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
So let's not. No, that's the thing.
Ever. We never talk about that, Jace.
If you're a kid, you watch movies with a different viewpoint,
different
so
mindset. Yeah.
I grew up and then rewatch, Attack of the Clones and The Grinch, and it's a very different experience to say the least. But there are commendable things I think about the Grinch. Ron Howard's The Grinch.
Yeah, Ron Howard.
I do think one very commendable thing is makeup, hairstyling, and sets.
Yeah,
because it really has a very iconic look about it to make it work live action. However, it's kind of
kind of meh.
Movie's not great.
Kind of meh, I guess. By the way, Deja Marie says, "Love you, Ryan. Thank you for doing these." And OMG, Pulp Fiction is a classic. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I went into a tangent and talked about a different movie.
No, it's okay. Deja Marie brought us back on the rails here, right? She's saying, "Hey, Pulp Fiction is a classic movie." Well, when you get a chance to watch more of this footage here, Deja Marie, and the replay once this broadcast is officially over, Jason knows one too many things about this movie for his own good. You can always go back and watch the Pulp Fiction expert Jason here joining us. Share his fun facts with us because he's got a lot of them.
Here he's losing it in the car. This is Quentin Tarantino's girlfriend's car. Grace Lovelace, I think. No, Grace Lovelace.
The words, "Don't forget my father's watch
on the nightstand, on the kangaroo." Again, I love this tracking shot too. It's great.
Well, what I very much like about it is
no worries, Deja Marie.
Like initially, he pulls up and you think, "Oh, he's right by the house." No. He parked very far away because he knows that there is someone there,
or there are people looking for him. Right?
There are people looking, and
lots of people looking for him, man.
I mean, this, by the way, is a big spoiler for Vincent Vega. When I first watched it, I'm like, "Wait, did that just happen?"
Everyone did, because you're just like, "Wait, what? Oh, he's dead." But the parts of the trailer we haven't seen yet.
We haven't seen yet. Gosh darn it. Deja Marie says, "I'm here now." Well, we're happy that you're here on YouTube, Deja Marie.
Well, the thing is, like this shot, for example.
This is a long tracking shot.
It really is. You would be like, as an editor and as anyone else, you would be like, "Oh, we got to hurry up. Let's cut. There's no reason to show all this." But the fact that it's here, I think it's helpful because you see that, you're basically living the tension with him, where he's looking at it too. Because you could have easily got out of the car and started walking. You could have cut out if you're looking to save time.
But that's just it. Like you see that he's parking very far away, so then you instantly understand, like, okay, he's doing this to avoid anyone, to be careful, and it builds tension because that's one of the things that Tarantino does very well with. Most of his movies, either with dialogue or just good visual storytelling, just create tension with hardly anything, really.
My instinct would be to cut when he starts walking through that hallway, and then all of a sudden he's there in like quicker cuts. But watching a lot of these older movies now, this is an older movie now, which is rude, by the way. Who asked this movie to get old?
I feel like you're dropping the Stephanie-ism there. How rude,
rude.
I feel like you're dropping the Stephanie Tannerisms all of a sudden.
And
don't you mean C-3PO?
The reveal The reveal in this
There's
scene.
that too, Case. There's that too.
There's the kangaroo.
There's King. By the way, he says it in Die with a Vengeance. Smoking cigarettes, watching Captain Kangaroo.
Huh? The Statler brothers.
Now this I don't really understand. Like, you got the watch, get out of there.
Yeah, why would he care about what's in the kitchen?
You ever had brown sugar cinnamon
grilled cheese or something?
No, have you ever had brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts or store brand Pop-Tarts?
I don't know. Do you like those kinds of things? I don't know.
I used to.
Not anymore.
By the way, there also
this right here.
What,
yeah.
This line.
Yeah, when he notices the gun.
Because you still don't know what he's looking at.
No. But yeah.
And you're like, what?
Look at the size of that thing. Cut the chatter, Red 2. Sorry, Case. I had to beat you to that.
Again.
I know, but and we celebrated it too a couple years ago, but still. Oh, Vincent.
Yeah. But there is a theme in this entire
what?
movie. Every single time that Vincent goes to the bathroom, all hell breaks loose.
Oh,
yep.
Geez. When the toaster goes off, that's his signal to go.
Yep.
And here comes the fire alarm.
But or at least according to the movie, I'm not talking about chronological order, but according to the movie, the first time that he goes to the bathroom and he comes out, Mia has OD. The second time he gets killed. And the last time will be later in the diner when the robbery is happening.
Oh.
So every single time he goes to the bathroom, all hell breaks loose.
So in the Tarantino verse, I also like the really crappy way he wiped off his prints with the napkin, and then he just takes a Kleenex, is like,
we're gonna be fine here, right, Jay?
No one's gonna know. Just do a little shirt.
Let's just do this.
There it is. There's the Kleenex right there.
But he had tried to make, because technically in his mind, Vic Vega from Reservoir Dogs and Vincent Vega were brothers, and he had this idea to make a movie called The Vega Brothers with both of them. Obviously, you can't do that now because they're both much older, 30 some years older, and
also do not put John Travolta in a movie these days. Just don't.
Because they don't sell and they don't make any money.
It would if he got with the right person. It's all about that. It's if you get put with, it doesn't matter who you are.
He's doing a lot of direct-to-video movies now too.
Yeah,
they should start.
Does anyone remember The Fanatic?
What about the one he did before that called The Forger?
I don't know about that.
He owes money.
Well, so does Nick Cage. Nick Cage makes direct-to-video movies now.
But he also Nicolas Cage made that.
Okay, but Nicolas Cage still makes good movies.
He's never been in a Tarantino movie.
That's true.
He should be.
People say that's a crime that Tarantino's never had Nick Cage in one of his movies.
I think it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you
Although
look, But we were talking about Heat earlier,
which is a great heist film. Yes.
De Niro, Pacino, and Val Kilmer have all been in Quentin Tarantino movies.
Oh, that's right.
Val Kilmer was in the Adjacent When True Romance. Mm-hmm. Not really shown on screen.
Right.
But De Niro and Pacino were both in.
Yeah, I think De Niro is actually really good in Jackie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
that diner scene in Heat, man, between Pacino and De Niro. Oh, incredible stuff.
Good stuff. And here comes the motherfucker.
Yeah. This is essentially the first time in the entire movie that we see the front of his face.
Nothing to do. It's good to see you. I must go. I knew you're looking for a fight. Motherfucker. Boom. Boom. Oh my goodness. That car is isn't that right, Jason? That car
he wrecked his girlfriend's car. His girlfriend's Honda.
What did I tell her? How many times did I tell you?
Baby, I had to trash that Honda. There she is, Kathy Griffith.
That was Kathy Griffith, really?
The red, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
I saw everything. If you
need someone to go with you, I swear that guy was a drunken mayhem. I hit you and then he crashed.
Look at that shirt he's wearing, by the way. What a shirt! No collar, and it like buttons on the side. I'll be damned.
Do you ever drop that line on your friends there, Jason? I'll be damned.
Every time we get ready to pull a gun out, and then I shoot someone in the hip.
I was gonna say every time you get a new Funko Pop into your store, you're like, "I'll be damned, we got another one."
So this woman in the credits is known as Lukey Lou Woman.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What the heck kind of a name is that?
The Lukey Lou Woman.
In the words of Buford Tannen, what kind of a stupid name is that? I think he's the run of the litter.
Oh, the double focus shot.
Is that a good
by the way, this last time I watched this with my girlfriend, she was just like, this scene, this movie, a lot of things in this movie are a representation of Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will happen.
Feel that sting, big boy? That's pride messing with you. You got to fight through that shit.
You better kill me.
Yeah, somebody's going to get killed today. There you go. Hold it right there, man. Whoa, this is none of your business, mister. I'm making it my business.
It's Zed. Spider caught a couple flies.
Toss the weapon. Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy.
I can't believe Kathy Griffin shows up in this freaking movie. That's insane.
I think she was friends with Quentin Tarantino at the time.
How does she have friends?
She at one time she was
All right,
friends
is it me or does this guy have two colors eyes?
Does he?
It's Max Scherzer.
Oh, well, I don't know who Max Scherzer is.
I don't know who that is.
Max Scherzer's a baseball. He's a pitcher in baseball. That's not Max Scherzer.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, who is this guy anyway?
No, but one eye is blue and one eye is brown.
And again, you're watching this for the first time. You're 15 years old. And
no,
you're like,
you are.
What's, yeah, you like, are. What's, I'm like, but even if you're older, you're just like, what's happening next?
What is happening?
What? Why is the cop?
Spider just caught a couple flies.
That's just it. Like, initially you think, well, it's just between Bruce Willis and Ving Rhames here. Oh, no. This is so much worse than that.
And then when he's like... I
was going to say, they seem to be handcuffed and gagged.
They are.
Yeah.
But even before like the gimp comes out, like he just goes, "Why do y'all messed up?" Well, he showed up here like that. Like
they showed up like that.
Zed was disappointed. Like, "Why y'all messed up?"
Zed, it's Maynard. Spider just saw the flies.
And we never got to learn more about the gimp.
No.
Obviously, he lived. Unless you're under the impression that when he got knocked out, he was hanged, but I don't think he was. I guess we're going to learn together. We're going to look at this together. But also, being 15 and then sitting next to your dad watching this movie in a fairly empty theater because no one knew what it was yet.
I'm surprised you don't own like 15 different Pulp Fiction T-shirts.
I have the original one that I think I still have the tags on it, but it was the only one they had left was the small. It's too small. It doesn't fit me.
Oh.
Well, all shirts fit. Just depends how you want to look afterwards. And I look like a sausage casing in it that is fully cooked.
Oh, I see. Well, you can always get a new one.
Why do y'all messed up?
You can always get a new one though.
I can, but it won't be vintage.
Who cares? It's still a Pulp Fiction shirt.
I care. I have to.
Everybody cares.
I got street cred.
Okay.
Bring out the gimp.
Well, let me ask you this: are you going to be wearing your Tremors T-shirt the next time I see you?
Don't have a Tremors T-shirt, but
well, then you need to get on it, son. You need to get on it.
I have the Arrow 4K Blu-ray though,
which doesn't Austin has that? Austin has. Well, he has both that and Tremors 2 Aftershocks from Arrow on Blu-ray, I believe. So.
I don't mess with anything after the first one. That's it. The first one's a perfect movie.
I mean, it is, but Tremors 2 wasn't bad. And it has a lot of the original cast in it.
Here comes the gimp.
Get the gimp. You should watch Tremors 2 Aftershocks again.
I watched it when it came out on video way back when.
Yeah, that was 30 years ago.
It didn't do anything for me like the first one did. First one brings a tear to my eye.
Does it?
Yes.
Wow.
It's because it's my allergies. But
I was going to say, is this before? is this before or after the scene where they're pole vaulting?
The pole.
That means you guys know how to pole vault.
That means we're stuck. That pisses me off.
That's your favorite scene, isn't it?
My favorite scene is all of it.
All of it. Okay,
yeah,
well then.
Pardon my French.
I was gonna say, look forward to hearing you share more of that on January 17th, 2025, when we're live on this very YouTube channel that the person is watching or listening to right now with myself, and then Case is gonna be sitting next to me, and then Austin's gonna be sitting next to Jason, and it's gonna be the best January show we've had, right, Case?
Absolutely.
The thing is, I have literally seen the movie once, and then there are people on here who can quote it front to back.
Which, like Austin and Jason can, literally.
I don't know as many behind the scenes stuff with it, though.
Well, don't worry, because when Austin walks into the studio, right, Case, he's going to know every single little factoid.
Well,
ever.
I can't wait to get learned.
I can't wait to get learned.
So here you go. And then you are it. Oh,
I forget what's... Oh gosh, what's his name? Oh, this is Dorian from The Mask. It's Dorian.
He had a big 1994.
That's right. It's Dorian. Remember that, Jason? Yeah.
He was also in Strange Days.
Strange Days.
If you remember that movie. And was he in The Crow?
He
always played a scumbag.
We did an anniversary watch along for The Crow earlier this year, I think it was.
And The Mask.
Yeah, those were fun.
All right, so where is he connected? Like, where is he hooked up around is it around his neck, or is it like around his collar?
Oh, it's the collar, actually.
Because
that's
you got
a weird slow-mo shot.
No, I think it's the collar though, Jason.
That was definitely done in post.
Okay, well then that was post. Thanks.
No, I'm saying that slow motion was in post.
Yeah, and that was bad.
But do we think, like, where do we think the collar is? Because I want to make sure. I want to know if the gimp is still alive. Like, did he make it?
That's a good question.
Because
the gimp is dead.
Is the gimp dead?
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. Forget it. I'm not even.
Because he only gets punched in the face, and then he's just kind of hanging there. So you got to imagine. I think, in my mind, I think the gimp got rescued and then had a really hard time.
Oh yeah,
because he only gets punched. Boom.
Oh.
And he's hung by the back of his neck, so it's not around his neck. So he's definitely alive still. I don't think anyone's really tackled this topic.
I thought Marcellus would have killed him after he killed the cop.
You know good point. Okay, I don't think he would probably leave a witness, and there's no way you're going to stay knocked out.
Because it is Marcellus Wallace we're talking about here. This is Marcellus Wallace.
He did go medieval on their ass.
He did.
With a pair of pliers.
Billy boy.
But Ryan, what does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What? That ain't no country I ever heard of. They speak English and what?
Where he just tries to pick what he's going to attack them all with, and after everything, he picks the samurai sword.
The samurai sword. Because
I was going to say, I thought he picked a baseball bat, Case.
No, that's where he starts. What he starts with.
Well, that's a hammer.
He's a hammer.
Oh yeah,
that one's a hammer.
Chainsaw, baseball bat, then
I would have gone with
sword.
Me personally, I would have gone with a baseball bat, but you know,
chainsaw. But is it a Hattori Hanzo sword? That's what I want to know.
That is the question.
That's a freaking different kind of weapon. By the way,
chainsaw would be brutal. By the way,
by the way, Jason, tell me if you remember this one. A Jose Canseco bat. Tell me you didn't pay money for this. Please tell me you know where that came from.
Jesus.
It was a 2-for-1 sale, pal. Come on. You know this one.
I know I do.
You know you do.
I definitely don't.
Well, we're going to be talking about it next year during the first half of the season. Uh-oh. Did we stump Jason finally?
You did. I know exactly. I could see the entire thing. Tell me you didn't pay money for this.
There's a hit and run. There's a 2-for-1 sale, pal. What are you, some sort of punker? I hate punkers. Especially bald ones with green makeup who wear masks over their ugly faces. Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God, this scene.
You still don't remember this?
I still don't.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, tell me.
Okay, so next year, in case this is on the schedule, because you and I talked about this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original movie, turns 35. 35, I kid you not.
So it's been a while since I've seen that, but I knew the line. I just didn't know
All right. Well, it turns 35 next year.
That hurts my pride like Maynard's getting hurt right now.
Yeah. It hurts my pride.
You want to grab that gun set, don't you? Yeah, boy.
Well, we're celebrating TMNT next year, so
yes,
it's going to be a great party, and someone's going to
March 14th.
March 14th, baby.
It was to Casey Jones. You said that, right?
That's right.
Raphael.
Raphael, yeah.
See, I know. I remember now.
You know things. You just
I know things.
I know things. But yeah, we're celebrating 35 years of TMNT. Are you a TMNT fan?
Yeah, I went and saw that in the movies when it came out. It was snowing.
Nice.
It was snowing that weekend.
It was snowing when it came out. Okay. Well,
I wish I could be there for the Wizard next or whenever you do that one.
Oh, no, well, the Wizard unfortunately didn't happen. I had to cancel that one, unfortunately.
That was supposed to be last week.
It was supposed to be last week, Jason, but I had something come up and I had to put it aside.
So you basically went to the Wizard. You said, "Step aside, Butch."
Yeah, basically.
You okay? No, man.
Basically.
No, man. I'm pretty far from okay.
Also, but I will say, Ryan, it's a bit concerning that you went for the Wizard and not for the Wizard of Oz. Because the Wizard of Oz turned 85.
It did, Jason. It's a true story. But at the same time, Jason, I love the Power Glove because it's so bad.
I could have brought out my copy of Pocket Power that you got if you went and saw it opening weekend.
Oh, Jason, bro. Oh,
I probably have that close by too. By the way,
do you have it near you? I mean,
I might. But I'm gonna have to step off for just a moment while I make a bathroom break.
Go right ahead. Let us know whenever you need to step away.
I'm just gonna go medieval on your ass.
There you go. Take your time, Jay.
The hillbilly rapists here. Be right back.
No worries, man.
But yeah, actually, just thinking about it, like we should have done Wizard of Oz, considering Wicked was coming out. Oh, that's what it is.
No, you're right. You're right. You probably should. Wicked, but yeah. And Wicked's breaking all kinds of records anyway. So.
I mean, it's good.
Do you think it's good, or you haven't seen it?
I saw it last weekend. It's good.
Oh, it was good. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, like up until last weekend, I was not. I never thought that I would ever say that Ariana Grande has a shot at an Oscar.
I guess she does.
I think that would be the case, but here we are.
Yeah. Stay gone or you be gone. Lost all your LA privileges. Deal.
Deal.
You hear me talking, hillbilly boy. Excuse me. Notifications abound.
Yep. Go. His nose is messed up, by the way.
Is it? It should be fine. And again, we have one shot from the outside. We don't go up with them. We don't go in the room because we don't have to.
No.
And I think it's because you had to pay for another setup to shoot upstairs, and there's no point.
Oh, that's right.
How was your pancakes? Did it have buttermilk? Did it have blueberry chicken buttermilk? Oh, we did go up there.
It's not a motorcycle, baby. It's a chopper.
It's a chopper.
Sorry, I had to crash that Honda.
I had to crash that Honda. You had to crash. No, you didn't have to. You chose to.
No. I might have broken my nose. It's no big deal.
No,
Like, what? It kind of is.
If I didn't crash that Honda, a man was going to curse at me more.
And then Kathy Griffin was going to point me out to the cops.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to hear the pancake line, though. I was thinking dreadful thoughts.
Get the blueberry pancakes?
I had to get buttermilk.
I had to get buttermilk. The single weirdest day of my life. I'll tell you all about it. Who's motorcycle? Zed's.
I mean, look, Bruce Willis has been trying to get breakfast this whole movie.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Zed's dead.
And here comes the song "Out of Limits."
Out of Limits.
Out of Limits.
By who was the artist?
And this is the chronological end of the movie.
The Bonnie situation? What's the Bonnie situation? What is that?
Oh, we go back a little bit.
Bonnie. It's the Bonnie situation.
Bonnie is Jimmy's wife.
Oh, thank you. Oh God, please. You read the Bible, Brett.
It was the group was the Marquettes.
Oh, thank you.
I also liked how everyone thought this was Jerry Seinfeld for a little bit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that much like him.
It looks a little bit like him. But it's definitely not Jerry Seinfeld.
No, it's a completely different actor.
Their next role. This was the other
guy?
No, they're an Arquette. Well, they're dead. They passed away now. But if you remember The Wedding Singer, they played the Boy George character.
Oh, no way.
The same actor.
Also, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
That was Alexis Arquette, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Alexis Arquette. I got the name right here.
Goes by she these days.
She passed, though.
You're right, but Alexis Arquette.
Yes. According to IMDb, she is still alive.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
I thought she passed away. Never mind.
That's because I got bad information. Oh, poor Brett's dead again. Now we can see the reaction.
Is he your friend? Oh, Vincent Marvin. Better tell him to shut up, man. He's getting on my nerves. Marvin. I need you to knock that shit off if I was you. Die. There's like no bullets in him at all. And he shot like right at him.
Yeah.
And a lot of people tried to say that there was continuity problems because you could see the hole in the wall beforehand.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, so what? Who cares?
It's still a great movie, isn't it?
That was from a previous bullet hole, the one above his right shoulder there.
Yeah.
That wasn't there before.
What did I tell you? Why didn't you tell me somebody was in the bathroom?
With a giant hand cannon.
You forgot someone was with a damn hand cannon? See the size of that gun he fired at us? It was bigger than him. We should be dead.
And again, the first time you see this, you're just like, wait a minute. Didn't he already die?
Did he already in a previous scene?
Okay, to be fair, they do make it pretty clear that this is the previous scene that we saw earlier.
Yes.
Like, when was that? That's
right. That's
there.
Exactly what it means.
So it has been an hour and a half since that happened.
What just happened here?
This is divine intervention, Vincent.
Chill, Jules. Wrong. This stuff doesn't just happen. Do you want to continue this theological discussion in a car or in a jailhouse with the cops? We should be dead, man. What happened here was a miracle.
One of my favorite lines is in the car.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
You got to have an opinion about this, Jason. You got to have an opinion.
Well, that's the line, and he goes, well, I'll let you know when it comes up. It's just the way he's. But
you ever seen that show Cops? He was talking about this gunfight. Yeah, in the hallway with this guy, right? Just unloaded on this guy. Nothing happened. He didn't hit nothing.
I was just this whole movie's about.
That's a TV show, dude. Also, you said you didn't watch TV.
You want
This
to play
whole
a
movie's
blind man?
about
Go
getting
walk with a
breakfast, by the way. I want to point that out. Like when the wolf gets finished, he's getting breakfast.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
Julius
a good.
Sweeney.
You know what? That's a great question for the panel and for you watching or listening to us at home. What's your favorite thing to have for breakfast, Jason? You have a favorite thing you like to have for breakfast?
I
don't really do breakfast.
No.
Yeah, I do 2 eggs. Oh, wait, it's coming up here.
Marvin, what do you make of all this?
Yeah, but I here we go. And I'll tell you what my favorite breakfast is.
Gotta have an opinion.
Oh God! Oh man!
What is this? Oh man! Oh man! I shot Marvin in the face. Why the fuck did you do that?
I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. Oh man! I was just crazy.
That line. Why,
man.
Why did you do that?
Hey, the car didn't hit no bump. Hey man, I don't mean to shoot the son of a bitch, man. The gun went off. I don't know why.
But I like 2 eggs over easy with some shredded hash browns and some sausage and bacon and some ham. I like a full heavy
green eggs and ham
breakfast. Sure, I'll do it.
Like Dr. Seuss's green eggs and ham.
Yes, you almost said like Doctor Who.
No, I said Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
I'm not a.
It's a Doctor Who's breakfast. Where'd you go? Oh, you disappeared.
True, but no, sorry, my phone was ringing on the other side of the studio. But what I'm saying is, I'm not a Whovian. I respect my Doctor Who fandom, but I'm not a Whovian.
He also has brains in his hair there.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But Ryan,
to
respond to your question about breakfast, the thing is that one in 3 weeks, I wake up at 4:30 p.m. I don't really do breakfast.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Because my shifts.
I'll sometimes have breakfast for dinner. It's fine. Breakfast is anytime.
I have breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast
all the time,
is a meal. Breakfast is a meal, not a time. That's right. There's your quote. Breakfast is a meal, not a time.
Meal, not a time.
Breakfast is a vibe.
Well, you watch.
Well, for you it is. Maybe if he had lava, I could wipe the side. I used the same soap in the towel. It didn't look like no damn maxi pad. He's coming here and see his towel looking like this.
This is what I'm talking. So, all right, we're getting to another one of my questions that because we talked about the time of day that this is, right? Yeah. So this is early in the morning. So this is probably about an hour after. He said it's 7:22 in the a.m.
Yeah, so let's say 8:30 right now.
Right, so they're in the valley. They had to drive a bit. They're having their coffee with Jimmy. Here's the first appearance of Jimmy. Shut up, Julie.
Hey,
I was gonna say that's your boy right there, isn't it, Jason? Isn't that your Funko Pop right there?
It is. It's Jimmy. He goes, "Shut up, Julie. I don't need how good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one who makes it. When Bonnie goes shopping, she buys shit. I buy the gourmet expensive stuff because when I drink coffee, I like to taste it. But what I'm not concerned about is the coffee in my kitchen." I'm not going to finish that speech.
There's definitely going to be a few episodes of this program where we do have quote-alongs because Austin and I have done them in the past.
Let me ask you a question. Did you notice a sign in front of my house saying...
sign in front of my house that said...
Sign in front of my house saying...
No, I didn't. You know why you didn't see that sign? Why? Because it ain't there. I don't.
Again, another.
That's why.
Another thing that it was just everything in this was so quotable at any given moment.
It's just
Bonnie comes.
I quote this these days because there are words in there people want me to say, and I'm like, but I want to say it because it's great. And the funniest thing about it is it's some of the best dialogue in the movie, and the director and writer of the movie is saying it.
I want to know what type of gourmet expensive coffee this is, honestly.
Also, for the people,
phone calls, you got to call some people.
Yes, when I
let's do it and get the heck out of my house. Want to call my people, get them to bring us in, and we're out of here. You're messing my stuff up, man, right now.
You gotta understand how explosive this Bonnie situation is. Because she comes to her house, see a bunch of gangsters doing a bunch of gangster shit. He's got a nice house.
He does.
And that looks like an infinity pool. Before we knew what infinity pools were. What an explosive element this Bonnie situation is.
The Bonnie situation.
I just love how he's
and cut.
So they're getting ready to introduce the wolf here. Harvey Keitel in his second Quentin Tarantino movie. They're getting ready to introduce him. And we understand, look, they're having breakfast, by the way. Again, this is a show about breakfast. This movie's about breakfast.
Wait for the wolf.
By the way, is this Mia? Because it doesn't really look like Mia. Or is that just me?
What's that?
Is that Mia in the sequence with him? Is that Uma Thurman?
It doesn't really look like her.
That's Mia.
Oh.
All right, so here we go. He's having, is this like a breakfast cocktail party? Because it's still early in the morning. It can't be any later than like 9 o'clock.
No.
And he has his house full of people. He's dressed up. So what kind of party is he dressed in a tuxedo on like a weekday? We're assuming with Vincent White, and it says Marvin, no head. One body, no head. And boop.
I'll be there in 10. 9.5 minutes later. It's 30 minutes away.
Sending the wolf.
Shit.
Jimmy, right? This is your house? Sure is. Winston Wolf, solve problems. Good.
Your
You
aunt,
caught one.
Ginny.
Oh, by the way, Ryan, to go back to a movie we watched earlier this year, he's a promo eliminator.
Ah, yes, License to Kill. Yeah,
Exactly.
That was a fun one too. Yeah, they were all great. We really enjoyed all our movie watch-alongs. Granted, there was one of them where I was by myself, which was kind of sad. But other than that, they were good.
And he's going to ask for coffee.
Now, you got a corpse in a car minus a head in the garage. Take me to it.
Which was used in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yep. Good line, too. Jimmy? Uh-huh. Do me a favor, will you? Thought I smelled some coffee back there. Would you make me a cup?
And again, look,
sure.
not a wasted piece of the frame.
Yeah.
Lots of cream, lots of sugar.
Like, do you even drink coffee at that point? Because, in my opinion, you don't.
Well, it's switched in movies. Eventually they started Quentin Tarantino movies. All the characters always put a ton of sugar in all their coffees,
and it just at that point it's not coffee anymore.
Well, like Christian Slater says in A True Romance, because I'm not happy until the spoon is standing straight up on its own.
Oh my god. I haven't seen True Romance in a minute, Jason, but the fact that you're able to recall these things.
That was peak Slater. That was one of my. Wait, hold on. Wait, this.
Okay, first thing. You two, take the body, stick it in the trunk. Jimmy, this looks to be a pretty domesticated house.
Police would be nice.
That you have linens and blankets.
What I need you two fellas to do is take those cleaning products and clean the inside of the car. And I'm talking fast. Go in the back seat, scoop up all that little pieces of brain and skull. All right, get it out there. Wipe down the upholstery. Don't need to be spick and span. Just give it a good once over. Okay. Really messy parts.
And again, I'm going to point out the framing one more time because I just like pointing out.
Why do you have to bring up the framing? Always the framing with
great.
Because he's just like it just utilizes the. Watch a movie now and try and see what they do if they can hold on a shot long enough. How they utilize an entire frame, and if something is happening in every single aspect of it, it's hard to. You don't notice it anymore.
So many times you will see that a movie just wants to focus on one character. A please would be nice. I love that.
If I'm Kurt, it's because time is a factor.
So, pretty please, put sugar on top. Clean the fucking car.
You better do it and do it quick.
Yeah.
I'm here to help. If my help is not appreciated, lots of luck to you, gentlemen. Well,
Best
no,
of
Mr.
luck,
Wolf.
gentlemen.
It's not like that. Your help is definitely appreciated. Mr. Wolf, listen. I don't mean no disrespect, okay? I respect you. I don't like people barking orders at me. That's all I'm saying. If I'm Kurt with you, it's because time is a factor. Think fast, I leave fast. I need you guys to act fast. You want to ask pretty please with the sugar on top.
Please, put sugar on top. Clean the fucking car.
Clean the fucking car.
Yeah.
Don't be looking at me like that, all right? I can feel your look.
I can feel your look.
Feel your look.
You ever say that to your friends, Jason? I can feel your look, man. Don't ever look at me like that.
It depends on the friend. I have
honestly,
my one.
Do you ever say that to Chris and Heather? Do you ever say it to Chris and Heather when you're hanging out with them?
No, but my friend Phil will quote
I'm
a
just
lot
joking.
of. We have a lot of like Tarantino. We basically all the
Isms.
movies that we watched at a young age, we still just quote along with each other, and that's the majority of my conversations with friends.
That's great. That's why you and I are such good friends.
It's so you just sit there and you just bring up old quotes of movies we watched, and
Which I'm looking forward to you and I doing that in 2025 when doing that Instagram live in front of a Maryland staple. So.
Oh, I thought you meant like my Maryland staple.
Yeah, either that or maybe one because you got like 2 or 3 studios that you own and you run, right? So we can do it at Studio A, B, C, or we could go meet up at Collector's Corner in Parkville, maybe Captain Chuck's Comics or something like that.
We'll go anywhere. We'll go everywhere.
Yeah.
We'll even Maryland we'll go to Jimmy's house.
Oh, Jimmy's house. Yeah. We'll just go to Jimmy's house.
I heard he got new linens about 30 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
from his uncle Marcellus.
Yeah.
I also like how he Oak's nice.
It would furnish you a whole bedroom set.
Oak's nice. And see, that's the times. Nowadays, if it was the late 90s to early aughties, it would be maple.
I like oak myself. It's what I have in my bedroom.
I would
How
go.
about you, Jimmy? You an oak man, Jimmy?
Nice. Oak's nice.
You an oak man, Jimmy? Oak's nice.
And of course, since there's time to kill, he's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
It looks like Vincent's like barely cleaning the freaking car, man.
Well, you saw
Vincent
how he washed
is barely
his hands.
clean the car, and that's why they switched.
You saw how he washed his hands.
You watched me wash them. I saw you get them wet.
Hey, I got a threshold, Jules, for the abuse that I will take. All right.
Oh, you about to blow? Well, I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. I'm Superfly TNT. I'm the Guns of the Navarone. There was a line that was cut out. He says, I'm what Jimmy Walker used to talk about.
What am I doing in the back? You the mother effer should be on brain detail. I'm watching the windows.
In the original script, he goes, I'm what Jimmy Walker used to talk about.
Oh, wow.
I have that somewhere, too.
No, not. See, you have it. This is the thing about Jason. He has an artifact or a historical piece of movie history everywhere in his house.
I have a first printing of the screenplay, which was...
See? He's got a first printing of the screenplay, which, by the way, for those who wondering what the first printing is, we're talking about the 30th anniversary watch-along of Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino's film. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. If you're joining us live or what is known as a replay, thank you for doing so. If you want to watch this movie known as Pulp Fiction along with us, which is what we're watching right now, you're more than welcome to do so on physical media or a streaming service and queue it up to the... What mark are we at right now, Case?
I'm just going to go with 2 hours... 9 minutes, 30 seconds.
Thank you. Sounds like a wonderful number, and I'm behind you 100%. So 2 hours, 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Queue up your copy right now. Watch the movie along with us. And you can comment your favorite things about this or any other movie that these actresses take part in the comments down below. And I want to take this opportunity right now to thank the know-it-all of Pulp Fiction and Quentin Tarantino's filmography and more, Jason from $7 a pop guy, which it says on his name tag at the bottom of your screen for those of you who are watching this program. And then our good friend Case, an excellent programmer? Yeah, because you program the schedule, right? So
I do all kinds of things.
You do all kinds of things behind the scenes.
I'm also your intro editor, your graphic maker.
Graphic designer, I think is the word. So yeah, Case is the man. He does it all. He knows it all. He's the man. And as we say, even though we're waiting until 2026 when Jason and I are sitting here talking about this, Case, you're so money, you just don't even know it. I mean, honestly, your money. You're the big winner tonight, Case. You're a big winner in more ways than one.
Also, I seem to be the timestamp bitch.
I wasn't going to say that, but we thank you for being the producer of the show. We'll just put it that way. Is producer a suitable name for you?
That's a nicer way of saying it.
We're gonna call you the producer of this program.
The thing is, most of the time, whatever kind of movie we're watching, I'm watching it on not Netflix, and I like the time will pop up above the point where we are. For some reason, Netflix doesn't have that, and I need to hover with my mouse and be yeah, we're kind of here.
No, I wish Netflix would fix that for you.
You wish they would fix it? Now I need to get another UC Santa Cruz shirt. I need a replacement.
They're still available now, right?
They are.
All right, well, then there you go. You and I can get one. We'll wear it together when we do the video shoot.
But I've never been able to find the one that Jules has on, though.
Oh,
I don't know what shirt that is.
I don't know what shirt that is either. Yeah. But we can always get a UC Santa Cruz shirt and just wear that in the live feed. You know? Or I can wear one of my other fandom shirts. I can wear my Tremor shirt for you in that.
You have a Tremor shirt?
I do. I just got it off. I got it off of tpublic.com. Are you familiar with tpublic by any chance?
That's where I got this shirt.
Yay! Well, there's a bunch of Tremor shirts on there, and I got mine from TeePublic. # not a sponsor of this show.
Not a sponsor.
They're not, because I've gotten too many T-shirts from them in the past, which include Tremors.
By the way, the amount of times that you say that there are no sponsors makes me believe you should have sponsors.
I probably should at this point, but I will say I have a Tremors shirt that I just got, Jason. I have an Optimus Prime shirt because I love that character. And then I also got a, what was the other one we got? Oh, I got a Rambo shirt. Rambo. Yeah. It says John Rambo with him in the green jacket that he wears in the opening scene of the movie. And it says on the bottom of the shirt, the hardest walk is walking alone.
Ooh.
True story. Yeah. It's a really good looking shirt.
That hits deep.
Okay, well, that's a good looking shirt. You can find it on tpublic.com if you want it.
I'm not going to do this right now. I can do it later because I have to look at Julia Sweeney, who is apparently the Wolf's, I guess, side girlfriend there.
Side girlfriend, maybe?
And now, look, so they're going to get breakfast, and now they're going to go get breakfast. So everyone in this movie, it's just a hunt for breakfast. Like, Butch wanted the toaster pastries because he couldn't get the pancakes because he had to go back to his house. He's hungry. Everyone's hungry in this movie.
It's so early, boss. What's your hurry? I'm hungry.
That is actually another thing that I really appreciate about Quentin Tarantino movies, because he can make a scene of just people eating interesting.
Oh, it's called the Hawthorne Grill.
That's gone.
There are so many movies that they don't show, people eat, go to the toilet or whatnot, because it's usually not particularly interesting to see people do that.
You don't see people sneeze typically either.
No.
If you think about it.
But the way, Tarantino has a way of, writing a screenplay around scenes like this that really humanizes the characters and makes it interesting, and still is able to make it interesting, which is massive credit to him. That's probably a reason why this movie won Best Screenplay.
Oh, well.
So here's an interesting story about the Hawthorne Grill. It's now an AutoZone.
Oh no!
It was demolished. This was demolished in 1999, and it's now an AutoZone.
That is so silly that it's an AutoZone. That's ridiculous.
But you can go to the Towson Diner, which doesn't look like this anymore. And you can get, but bacon tastes, but bacon tastes good.
Yeah, but Towson Diner got renovated not too long ago too. So.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It doesn't have that feel.
What was the other? Isn't there a diner called Johnny D's or Jimmy John? What's this? Some other diner in Joppa. I forget what the name. Oh gosh.
The one in Timony was Nautilus.
No, yeah, Nautilus. Yeah, that's another one.
And there's Double T.
Double T. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Double T. Have you been to that one?
Yeah, there's one near my house.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Because I've been to
you get soup with every sandwich.
Nice. So Double T Diner is a good one, but I have been to Nautilus. Nautilus is actually not far from where I am, and I like that place. So.
That's my go-to. They have really good breakfast.
Yes,
they good potatoes. You get you get enough.
I'm with you 100%. See, that's another thing you and I can do. We could have, we can grab breakfast.
We can grab breakfast, and then I'll go to the bathroom and we'll throw it to robbery.
Yeah. All right, cool, everyone. This is a robbery. Yeah. We could do that if you want to, Jay. I'm up for grabbing a bite to eat with you, man. As a friend / brother, I'm up for that, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're back up here, so we'll do that.
Yeah. I was because the last time you and I spoke, I think it was. I mean, I was still in Maryland because I was doing neuroculture at that time. But then I moved down to North Carolina 2 years ago. So yeah, but I'm back now, guys. I'm back in Maryland. So if anyone wants to get together and hang out, exactly.
And now you can walk the earth.
I can walk the earth and go to
Kung Fu.
Exactly, and go to all of Jason's favorite establishments. So we can all hang out together as one big happy family.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm totally down for that. Plus, you and I can definitely have more movie discussions off camera. Oh my god.
I'm sure. It's ready to get vomited out.
Yeah.
Again, this is another like the way the cuts are in this. I watch everything now as like an editor, and you just watch the way the cuts are. This is more of a quick cutting scene because it's you're building like the tension between the two characters, and then the cuts will slow down once it's like they're done arguing, sort of.
Yeah. They got a name for that, Jules. It's called a bum.
But she focuses on the right shots, and that's what I appreciated about her the most.
Garçon, coffee.
Yeah.
And then that brings you in. You're just like, oh.
And all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a moment.
Oh, nice.
If my answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
To be continued. I gotta take a shit.
To be continued. And Jules is the one who breaks the whole thing up.
But he never finished that book, which is sad.
Oh, yeah. What was the name of the book?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the name of the freaking book either. I have no idea.
So after this movie,
gosh darn it,
the next year he did Get Shorty.
Oh, that's right.
I
saw that too.
Which is great. I think is that coming up on its anniversary next year?
It might be 95 or
95.
Was 95.
If you do a Get Shorty one, I'll show up.
The issue is
we've already got like 45 built out. Isn't that right, Case?
There was too many good movies.
We've had already have so many planned, and we already had to admit like 5 movies.
Yeah, we've had to cut like 5.
By the way, she said the line differently than she did in the beginning of the movie. If you notice that,
back down. Take your dames to that booth on the count of 10.
But she
out of the kitchen.
Because she in the beginning she says, "Any of you effing pricks move," and she goes, "I'm going to execute all you, mother."
Get that, hey, you,
which is different than the beginning of it.
Hey, you wanker! Move! What are you doing? Move! Get to the front of the restaurant. Move! Get down on the floor.
I mean, that.
By the way, it's interesting because you're American that you don't have a problem saying wanker, but you do have a problem with all the other.
You going to give me a problem? You gonna give me a problem? I think we got a hero here, honey bunny. Well, just execute him then.
Shut the fuck up, fat man.
Not a hero.
I'm just a coffee shop owner.
Just take whatever you want, all right? Just take whatever you want. You talk to the customers. Yeah, you tell them to be cool. Everything will be over. Oh, this is good stuff.
I always get sad when a diner I know is gone. So they could have opened up this could have been a Jackrabbit Slims.
I felt depressed. Listen, man, I felt bad when they closed up Silver Diner. I mean, I was bummed. I was like, dude, I went there like all the time.
Vincent is on the bathroom. All hell breaks loose.
Yeah, but that's like a really narrow. Were there cigarettes in the register?
No. Were there? No, I don't think so.
It looked like something in the register. That'd be a weird place to keep cigarettes, but not in the 90s when cigarettes were.
All right, now wallets out. I want all your wallets out and your jewelry out. Let's go.
Vince Vega has not had a cigarette in a while. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
No.
No wonder he wanted that pack of. Oh, you know why? That's why he bought that pack of red apples after this, because he needed one.
Oh, that's right. Is that a cellular phone? Yeah. In the bag. Is that Jason Swoboda's cellular phone? In the bag.
They can't have that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they can't have the cellular phone that Jason has.
I'm gonna give them the Jules Winfield routine if he tries to take my phone.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you can't.
Because I was gonna say, isn't your whole life on that phone?
Pretty much. It's the only way I function. It tells you what to do.
It tells you what the freak.
I wouldn't know when the Tremors viewing is if I didn't.
That's right. If you didn't have your calendar alert, your calendar alert's going to pop up and say, "Hey, I got a show with Ryan and his crew tonight. What am I doing?"
I had to put a thing on there before Christmas to get myself some more high noons. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least Tremors is going to be a heck of a show, isn't it, Case? On January 17th, 2025. I didn't hear you.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
What's going on? Looks like we got a vigilante in our midst.
Well, execute him.
Share their ego, but that is, you've had a gun pointed. You're going to take your hand off that case. It'll be your last. Stop causing problems. You're going to get us all killed. Give them what they got and get them out. Shut the Batman. This ain't none of your business. Be cool, honey buddy. Be cool. It's no problem. I got it.
She's freaking out right now.
She's out of her mind. I'm going to count to 3. If you don't open that case, I'm going to unload this in your face.
Sam, we still don't know what that is, and you don't have to know what that is. It's in the case.
No, that's the mystery of it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's a gold bar because there was gold shining from it in the first scene in the movie.
There's also a theory that it's
not a gold bar.
Marcellus's heart.
That's
it was his
so
soul.
Weird.
They said they took it out of the back of his head with the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
That was pre that was like internet chat rooms mid.
See, there
mid-90s.
it is. There's the gold chest again. You see that? I think it's bars of gold, to be honest.
It doesn't matter the thing is, it really doesn't matter. It's something that's obviously it's not necessarily important, but it's just something that's everyone's willing to risk their lives for it.
It's beautiful. What is it? God dang it, what is it? You let him go. You let him go. Let him let go of him.
You know what it is? It's a 4K copy of Pulp Fiction with the original Miramax logo in it. That's what's in the case. I'd project that too.
Man, the pet names for these two, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny. I mean, does anyone still use those phrases anymore?
I do.
You use them?
Yeah, I call my kids Pumpkin.
Okay.
I don't call anyone Honey Bunny.
Okay.
Except if I had a
Pumpkin is used, yeah.
Yeah. And Case is like, nah, I got better things to do with my time.
Pumpkin is used.
Is
honey
it?
Bunny, it's people say honey.
But they don't say Honey Bunny in the same sentence, Case.
Yeah, not really.
Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. You do it cool. When you put it down, you do it cool.
Did they finish eating? Because that's another thing they don't do in this is that they eat and they don't finish.
Yeah, but Jules and Vincent never finished eating.
Right, no one does. That's the reason. That's why they're so hungry, because they never finish their food, because they're just like, I have to smoke a cigarette.
Like when they're at Jackrabbit Slim's, they get called up to dance.
Oh, the dance competition. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that case.
But I guess ultimately in the long run, it's not important that they eat on screen, because you figure that they're not fasting. They're not trying to achieve ketosis. They're all just fasting. This is where it came from.
Oh, that's where it came from. All right.
Yes, everyone's fasting.
This is once again, Jason knows way too much for his own good.
So Jules didn't order any food. Only he's fasting. He just had the black coffee. So we know that he's fasting. Okay.
I've been too much over this case to have it hand over to your dumb ass.
I do.
Love he does come out of the bathroom.
Yeah, he does.
I do love the way he does say "dumb ass." Your dumb ass.
Point the gun at me. There you go. Now, Vincent, you just want to hang back and don't do a thing, man.
And I'm going to point this out one last time, but look at the framing of this shot.
No pun intended, Jason. No pun intended, bro.
But just look at that.
Yeah, every single person is in there.
And see, I used to argue with people at Suncoast where they wanted full frame, the pan and scan version, so it would fit their square televisions. And I was like, no, you need widescreen. And they were like, no, it cuts it off. I'm just like, look at this. I would show them like picture comparisons. I mean, look at this beautiful. Yeah, you're missing out on this beauty right here.
I see it. I'm looking at it. I mean, I have my DVD player on, so
yeah,
which is a widescreen version of the film. Just so
yes, it is.
Yeah, like
format.
I think like
formatted.
the 2000s did a lot of harm to movies in terms of how they were made, because they very much relied too much on CGI and quick cut editing, which and shaky cam, which are very much due to the Bourne movies, Taken, that kind of stuff, and
the Bourne movies especially.
And in Taken and Bourne, you know, it's used to a stylistic degree that it's like it works somewhat. It's just then that some movies overdid it and it got to a point where it was just ridiculous. And nowadays it seems that we're slowly going back, at least some filmmakers are slowly going back to this kind of filmmaking where more is in the frame. It's just a lot of movies still do it.
If you look at I recently rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the original trilogy.
Oh, the original cuts or the extended cuts?
The extended cuts.
You just made Casey a very happy man.
Well, I didn't have the original cuts, or else I would have watched those and then the extended ones. Yeah. I now own the 4K release, so we're gonna rewatch them all again. But if you look at those, like Peter Jackson did such a great job with those too, like just cinematically, great scene, great shot there too. By the way,
I know I still haven't done this yet, and I apologize to Case. I still have the extended cuts of Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched them yet.
Well, I had to unwrap my Return of the King extended DVD.
I should show this.
Oh, really? Do you have something? What is that exactly? I can't see. There it is.
This is Andrew.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. Oh my goodness.
So long. It's huge, honestly.
Is that what I think it is? Is that the
Andrew?
Wow.
I would like to know about the extras that were in this scene. Like if they ever did like interviews and stuff.
Really?
I want to know. I want to know if they ever did. Like, yeah, I was the lady with my head down over Tim Roth's
right
shoulder.
there.
Oh, that one. I see it. By the way, Case, did you ever finish that AT-AT Walker again?
It's right there.
Oh, you did. Oh, but you haven't finished it yet.
It's not finished because I still don't have my piece. I'm waiting for a piece.
You're waiting for a piece. Is it being delivered? Like, is it going to be there?
Yeah, it should be. I contacted Lego 2 weeks ago about it, and I only just got an email this week that it's on its way.
Okay. So you'll get the piece, and then all will be right with your Star Wars world.
And then I'll finish building it.
Finish building the gosh darn AT-AT Walker.
I would like to point out that I think this could be one of Samuel L. Jackson's best monologues that he's had next to the Hateful Eight, where he was talking about the blanket and the dinkus.
Now, this is by far and away Sam Jackson's best performance. Simply because this is the only movie where I don't see Sam Jackson, I see Jules Winfield.
Oh,
yeah, but you don't. So you don't see him with like Ordell Robbie and Jackie Brown, because he eats that entire movie. It's amazing.
No, I see Sam Jackson in that.
Okay.
And I see Sam Jackson in Hateful Eight as well, but this I see Jules Winfield.
So he is eating. He just ate some French fries.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
But he doesn't eat pork.
Yeah, he doesn't eat pork, but he eats the other.
He's a filthy animal.
You gotta be tough and charming, motherfucking pig.
Yeah, it's probably, and then he says, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We need to be leaving. We shouldn't be here right now. You know why? Because cops are going to be here any second. So what?
Yeah,
time to go. We got the briefcase. We got our weapons. We had a little bit of bite to eat, and Vincent has his book. So let's just walk.
I wonder if that extra is still alive. He's older. He's 30 years older now.
That guy.
30 years.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's been 30 years. So, anyone else want to do the math? I'm just kidding. Yep. Put the guns in the short shorts and tuck it in, and we're out of here, guys. Leaving now. Boom, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've hit the end credit sequence, if I'm not mistaken. So,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of what is known as Quentin Tarantino's film Pulp Fiction, celebrating 30 years of greatness in Jason's eyes, certainly, and a lot of our eyes here too.
Quick, we're gonna look for Lukey Lou Woman.
Lukey Lou Woman.
Yes.
Let's see. Do I see it here? I'm looking. I don't see it right now. I see Wilson's trainer, Dead Floyd Wilson.
It's soon.
Herself, pedestrian. Kathy Griffin as herself.
Shot lady.
Linda
Oh, where's
Kay.
the Lukey Lou one? Maybe, you know what? I think I'm confusing it with the long hair yuppie scum. I'm confusing it in Reservoir Dogs. The Lukey Lou woman was in that. My apologies, everyone. I don't know what I'm talking about all the time.
No, it's cool.
I thought you knew this movie.
I thought you knew this movie, you idiot. No, I'm just kidding. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to reiterate that this is the end credit sequence of Pulp Fiction. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you all for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. But I want to toss things over to the expert here because, well, semi-expert because you lost one or two fun facts at the end there. But listen.
You completely ruined it.
I ruined the entire.
You completely ruined this gosh darn video that Case and I worked so hard to put together, man.
Just delete the episode and re-record it without me.
Yeah, we're going to re-record it without Jason. First thing tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Case is going to be on vacation.
Blame Jimmy.
And for good reason, too, because it's a holiday season and we all should be spending it with loved ones and friends and neighbors and people that we care about the most. So, Jason, I'm going to turn things over to you first, even though you were batting 900 out of 1,000 tonight. If you had to give this movie any final thoughts, and on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to give 1994's Pulp Fiction?
It's a 10 for me. It's just
it's a 10.
It came in. It's like it's a Big 10 movie. Okay,
I give it a 10. I give it a 10.
It's still cool after all these years. No matter how many times I watch it, I still get excited. I still react the same way over certain things. It's one of those movies that change things in because I was a video store kid. I watched everything everything. Every summer I was at the video store renting all the new releases. You saw the shift in movies. It was Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. It was all this stuff. And then like a year after this comes out, then you start getting movies like 2 Days in the Valley. You start getting everybody, or what's the things to do in Denver when you're dead? Everybody's a hitman. Everyone copied this.
Oh, okay.
The only movie to do it really, really good was 1999's Go, directed by Doug Liman, which is on an anniversary this year. Great. That's the best post-Tarantino movie, in my opinion. But this still holds up to me. I wish my kids would watch it. I would show it to them. They're 14 and 16 now, so they can watch it.
I was gonna say they may not be. I don't think they're quite ready yet.
I was 14 when I saw Reservoir Dogs, 13 or 14. So they're smart. They're smart kids. They've seen worse stuff on.
They can see it.
They've seen worse stuff on the internet, on TikTok. I'm sure.
All right. If they want to watch this, have at it.
It still holds up. It's an important movie, and it's something I think needs to be celebrated. I think that if they do that 4K release again, just put the old logo on there. You guys own it, man. Like whoever owns Miramax now, you own that old logo. Just throw it on there. Just do it. Don't show me this dumb city thing. It ruins Jackie Brown too. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So you're I was gonna say you're pulling an opposite Shia LaBeouf. Don't do it.
Don't do it. But yeah, Pulp Fiction's still a classic, amazing, and I love it. And I thank you for having me on here. This was a lot of fun tonight. I enjoyed spending my evening watching it with you guys.
And part of the holiday season, no doubt.
Yes.
For sure. Before I toss things over to you one more time, Jason, I want to ask our friend Case over here. Case, final thoughts, scale 1 to 10?
It is a 10.
It is a 10. There's all there is to it. It doesn't matter.
Like, it's an absolutely iconic movie that every fan of film should see at some point, and not just see once, see it multiple times to fully experience the entire movie as it should be, because there's so much to it. And yeah, it's as I said, like I have like 1 or 2 issues with the movie, but I can easily overlook that because the writing, the directing, the acting, all of it is so good, and it's funny how it takes quite normal everyday situations and just makes it insane. Honestly, so many things that happen. It's just so many crazy things happen, and it's done in a very clever way, I think, that only Tarantino can do, and he has done that in several movies ever since. But this was really Like, this was only his second movie that he ever made.
That's crazy. That's
In terms
crazy.
of directing it. Like, sure, he wrote True Romance, if you really want to count that.
Yeah,
but
it was good.
in terms of a movie that is completely his, and you can see his style in it, it's amazing. And that's why, I mean, most of his movies are really good. But this is arguably his best one. It might not be exactly my favorite, but it is one of my favorite movies. I think, yeah, it's just great.
It's in your top 100 films somewhere. I don't know
Yes.
where it would be,
Yes.
hypothetically, because we haven't even looked at that list yet. And Lord knows we'd be here forever if we
It's
tried
on my Letterboxd. Follow
It's
me.
on Letterboxd. If you follow him on Letterboxd, which I'm sure Jason may have heard of that before, which we'll get to in a moment. But for me, yeah, this movie knows how to walk that out. It knows how to style and profile. It's got some really good. Exactly, I'm a huge Nature Boy fan, Jason. So you and I will get along. You and I are getting along famously here. And I actually have a surprise regarding my intro to Freewheeling Fridays regarding that. Thank you, Case. So I like this movie. It's fun. It's really funny, even in ways I don't expect it to be. But it's just stylish and it's funny and it works. The stories work. The characters work. Jules and Vincent together wearing those ridiculously good-looking suits, carrying around those pieces, taking care of business for Marcellus Wallace, and dropping some Ezekiel 25:17, their own version of it, by the way, because it's not the correct version that Jules is dropping on. Check out the Big Brain on Bread. You're a smart motherfucker. That's right. Anyway, there's some good stuff, and this has been a great way to end the year. This has been a great way to end this season, I should say, of Movie Watchalong. But have no fear, we will be back on Friday, January, I believe it's the 10th of 2025, with the Book of Eli turning 15, guys. 15 with Denzel. The man, the myth, the legend, one of the greatest actors of any generation. Denzel Washington is the man. We're going to be talking about that on January 10th. Well, this has been fun. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation of Pulp Fiction. Get ready, because 2020, if you thought 2024 was crazy, you haven't seen anything yet, because 2025 is going to be even more insane. Case and I put together a great, big, massive, big kahuna burger type schedule that I think you're really going to love to munch on and wash it down with some Sprite. So, Jason, if someone wants to know more about you and your very eclectic tastes in movies or pop culture phenomena, where can they follow you on social media, Jason?
Well, I'm at Swabobafed is my personal thing. You can follow us on at $7 a pop on YouTube. I have all kinds of video content that comes out on there, and it's just like it's spelled out there, $7 a pop. It's the at $7 a pop on YouTube. There's all kinds of videos that we're putting out every single week, and would love if everyone would just check that out. It's not as crazy as this, but it's a lot of fun. It's more PG for sure.
Yeah, just like the WWE era of PG.
Yeah. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Swabobafed. Twitter's a lot, or X is a lot of Orioles content and just random things, but everywhere else, it's all me.
Oriole. Yo-ho. Anyway, sorry, my brother loves that stuff because he's a massive Orioles / Raven / Terp / hardcore Marylander like yourself.
Yeah, well, you can see I'm kind of a big Orioles fan.
You got some stuff on your background there, if you don't mind. I mean, it's right there. I see the Orioles. I see the flag. I see some figures. I see some pops. I see some wannabe McDonald's toys behind you. I don't know what those are.
Oh,
but,
those are the what do you call it?
The whatchamacallit.
Cactus.
Yeah. Cactus Jack. Yeah. Is it Cactus Jack type stuff? I don't know. I grew up watching certain other properties. But anyway,
it was I forget what the name of it is.
It's okay. You can Google it and then text me later after the show. So
I will.
It's splendid. But I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Jason for being here. Jason, stick around. I'm going to be talking to you here again momentarily. Case, if someone wants to know more about you and the great things you've done for this channel and yours, because you've done a lot of great things this year for the Dutch Star Wars guy as well, where can they follow you?
Well, let's see, right here, the Dutch Star Wars guy on YouTube, where I talk about Star Wars, all kinds of Star Wars things. I should have had a review for Skeleton Crew for this week. I don't, because I didn't have the time. Oops, I'm sorry. It'll be up when I come back from my vacation. I did do, actually, last weekend I did my last Jedi Fallen Order stream. I streamed all of Jedi Fallen Order for the 5th anniversary. I am waiting for a piece for this thing because I really, really desperately want to finish my Lego AT-AT. But there's literally a piece missing, and I cannot continue without it. I have looked through the instructions be like, maybe I can do a different piece. Maybe, no, I can't. I need to wait for this damn thing. So that'll be here after I come back from my vacation. So next week, I'll continue with that, hopefully. And then I'll also pick up my video releases. So that, if you want to follow me there, you can also follow me on Letterboxd. Case, spelled this way, 247, where, I love movies, and you can see my lists and where I place everything in my top 100 of all time. Like Pulp Fiction is, I don't know where, like in the 40s or 50s or something. It's there. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was great to see you. Great to have you here, Case. You're the man, the myth, the legend, and thank you all. Thank you for your hard work and all the stuff you put together for this channel. We appreciate you, man. Really, really do. You're the man, Case. My name is Ryan Ivanico Channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram personally at RyanRPM5. Follow us across all forms of social media simply at And I Quote Channel. The Meaning of Fandom drops on the first Friday of each respective month at 7 p.m. EST. Movie watch-alongs that you just watched here on this episode of Movie Watch-along with Pulp Fiction. We drop it on the second, third, and fourth Fridays of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then And I Quote, the flagship shows on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you check those out and all that good stuff. And appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody who has supported this channel from the very beginning, or you're just joining us now. It's been a great ride. It's been a great year. It's been a great season of Movie Watch Along and all the other crazy things that we've done, because we've done a lot of great shows with a lot of amazing guests, and we hope you have enjoyed the ride, whether you're watching our programming or you're listening to our programming. We appreciate all the more. I guess the more the merrier is what I'm trying to say. It's the holiday season. Get with me here, guys. But don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell to be notified of when our videos go up or they go live. And happy 30th anniversary to the entire cast and crew of Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Take a look.
Miramax Films is proud to present one of the most celebrated motion pictures of the year. The winner of the 1994 Palme d'Or, the best picture of the Cannes Film Festival.
Come on, let's get in character. Why are you so interested in big man's wife?
Well, he's going out of town in Florida, and he asked me if I'd take care of her while he's gone.
Take care?
No, man. Just show her a good time, make sure she don't get lonely.
Girl,
You see, this is a moral test of oneself.
I do believe Marcellus, my husband, your boss, told you to take me out and do whatever I wanted.
Whether or not you can maintain loyalty.
Night of the fight, you may feel a slight sting. Pride only hurts, it never helps. In the fifth, your ass goes down.
I have to say, play with matches, you get burned.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
We're in a lot of danger, aren't we?
I'm prepared to scour the earth for that nigga.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
get down, get down. You got a corpse in a car, minus a head in a garage. Take me to it.
Don't you hate that?
Hey, what?
Uncomfortable silences.
John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer, Maria de Medeiros, Ving Rhames, Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken, and Bruce Willis.
Looking at something, friend? Ain't my friend, Luca.
Die, you mother!
A new film directed by Quentin Tarantino. Pulp Fiction.
You really thinking about quitting?
Most definitely.
What you gonna do then?
Basically, I'm just gonna walk the earth.
What you mean walk the earth?
You know, like Kane in Kung Fu.